And we are here. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nonpfixion. This is my co-host,
Here.
Zach. What's good with everybody? How's everybody doing? How are you doing, my brother?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. It's been a while since we've been able to live stream. Just a lot of real life stuff going on as
Yes,
usual.
sir. Yes,
But we're
sir.
here for a great game. We got a rematch between the Pelicans and the Heat. And last time these teams met, just a couple weeks back, things got heated. Jimmy Butler and Najee got into an altercation. Both of them got suspended, as well as Jose Alvarado and I believe Highsmith for the Heat also got suspended.
Yes.
So the water is boiling right now and it's ready to overflow, and that's what we're hoping to get tonight. Now in Miami, Pelicans are down BI, who got injured last night while playing against the Orlando Magic, dealing with a hyperextended knee resulting in a knee contusion. But you know, regardless, you got to win. You got to show up for these big games. This is a game that Miami definitely had marked up and ready to go. As I was telling Non earlier, a couple of players from the Miami Heat sat out the last couple games when they probably could have played, but they wanted to make sure they were 100% for the Pelicans. And I'll tell you this, Non, it feels good as a Pelicans fan for teams to want to be at 100% to face us, because I can't tell you the last time.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely got to feel good when people are giving you their best, because there is a little bit of fear when it comes to the team, because it's a young core with a lot of talent. So, you know, Miami's like, we need to get our geriatrics in order to be okay and be 100% so we can get ready for this crew.
Exactly, man. But how you been so far, man? How's your day been, your weekend, and all that good stuff?
I mean, the week's yeah,
it's Friday.
Right? The week's been pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? I kind of been laying low key for a little bit, just a little bit resting, just a mental refresh. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, been okay. How about yourself, man?
I hear that. Yeah. Same way, man. Just kind of taking things easy. You know, loading up on schoolwork. I only got 8 classes left.
That's crazy.
8 more days of classes and I'm done. Yeah, it's nuts. We're off next week, or well, the following week. And then we just got a couple days after that, and then they got some different events. I'm almost done with this semester. Super excited. We've been meeting up with Dolph, Coach Rock, and Carlos, trying to build something special for everybody. Those of y'all that don't know, y'all will find out soon once everything gets officially released. But we got some really cool updates and some cool things that we have planned, including some live events, you know, and then some online events as well. All that in the works. It's gonna be a great time with the Come On In sports crew, man.
Yeah, we're buying an NBA team. That's what we're doing. We're buying an NBA team.
Hey, that, you know what? That sounds like
one day. For
one day. Oh man. But I mean, what's your thoughts on this game, man? You got the Miami Heat, who kind of have done what they've done the last couple of years. I mean, even though they were number 1 seed a little while back, but they're 38-31. But their record doesn't mean they're not scary, right? This is still a team that knows how to win. They're coached very well by Coach Spo. They have good leadership in Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. What's your expectations for this game?
I mean, it'd be interesting to see, like you said, BI went out, so that's a big hit to New Orleans. I'm curious to see if Zion's going to assert his dominance on this game. That's what we've been waiting for some time now. Waiting to see if he's gonna just.
Well, he's been doing it, man. Over the last month, he's averaging over 30 points per game.
And that's good. But I'm saying, as we get closer to the playoffs, it needs to continue and then progress to another level, because obviously they're going to make the playoffs, of course. So now it's like, can you take it to that next level? Where can you go after here? Because there's always another level you can go to.
Right. Well, and that's the evolution that we're seeing right now. You know, from everything that's inside the Pelicans that we've heard and I've learned from, you know, watching and reading, is they feel like they're at about 90% right now. You know, they're amping up. You know, they were, you know, finding their footing in the beginning of the season, going into All-Star break. They started amping up a little bit. Post All-Star break, it's been all gas, little break.
Yeah.
You'll notice that regardless of what the lead is, we aren't taking players out. Unless there's a back-to-back, like last night's situation, we dealt with an injury and then we had a back-to-back and things were not looking good. But they're playing full games, full minutes, and really just playing hard throughout. So that's
Yeah,
something that I want to see continue for the Pelicans as they're trying to evolve. I mean, we're trying to get a real look. Can this team be
yeah.
something? Can this be a team that can be steadily in the playoffs? What moves do we need to make that happen? This is what we're trying to figure out right now.
And I think that's a good thing, a good approach to take to it. Like I said, it's about elevating, because I think last year in the playoffs they were so close, but they just didn't hit that next level they needed to. Because there's teams that they lost to that they should not have lost to, because they were playing so well, and it just kind of fell apart
Very
at the
true.
last minute. Because they shouldn't have lost to the Suns. They should have beat them.
Yeah.
Like I think, but
Yeah.
also what you talked about before is about having that proper leadership to push them, to keep pushing them. And at that point, I don't think McCollum was a big enough voice to do that. And I think Bi is quiet. It's
No.
fairly quiet, and it just needs somebody to say, we need
Mhm.
balls to the wall right now. Right now is the
Well,
time.
and that's the thing we're getting out of Zion right now. It's actually really funny. It's, the narrative of Zion is always going to be
Hmm.
the same. It's going to be about his weight, and because that's what the
Yeah,
media wants to
that's
eat
all.
up.
Yeah,
And then as of recently, because he's been playing good, they've been kind of building him up a little bit, saying, "Oh, they're a team to be scary with." But we all know how the
yeah,
media works. It's building him up until they fall,
yes,
right? So we lost last game, and then all of a sudden everything fell again. Then everybody's like, "Oh no, he was faking
yeah,
it." It's not the case. From what we've heard inside the locker room, especially coming from Larry Nance, another
yeah,
veteran leader on this team, he says you can just tell the aura around Zion is so different from what it was in his previous years and throughout the whole rest of the season. It used to be in the locker room before games, laughing, joking, doing his things, clowning around, having fun. It's not that
yeah.
anymore. He's locked in. He's got the headphones in. He doesn't talk. His head is down. He's focusing on the game, and you can see that in his play. He's been very vocal, and he said many times, "I just want to win. I want to be a winner. I want this team to win. It." And again, all the people that want him to go to the Knicks saying that he doesn't love New Orleans, that's not the truth either, because he always says how much he loves being here. He wants his city to win.
Well,
So it's exciting being a Pelicans fan right now.
it's like you said, and we've talked about it a million times, the gotcha takes just to get people's attention to see a headline and click it. And a lot of times, we all know those headlines are BS. They're just bad. They're bad gotcha takes. And he has shown nothing to say he's not happy there. He has shown absolutely nothing. And anything that we might have seen
Mhm.
most likely has stuff to do with off the court stuff dealing with the baby mama situation. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with us. It has nothing to do with the fans. It has nothing to do with the game. It's with off the court stuff.
No.
And they want to find something because they have to write a story. But just tell the truth. He's a young kid who came into a situation where there's a lot more pressure than what he was probably used to. Because in high school he was so dominant, nobody could step to him. Nobody. So now he's in a situation where
Right.
he has to play outside of himself. And it's okay. It's okay to fail because you're
Right.
not used to it.
And find that next level. That's
Exactly.
the hardest thing for a professional to do, is to find the next level. Anyone can be great out of college. Being great in the NBA is another game. It's a whole
Exactly.
nother game in and of itself. You have to find ways to elevate. But what's
What up,
up, Todd?
Todd?
Todd said, "Let's go, pals." How you doing, brother? Appreciate you coming and join in. And appreciate everybody for joining in. Like we said earlier, it's been a while since we've been live. A lot of life stuff, a lot of just busy things, trying to make sure we get everything squared away, as well as some other fun news that will be coming out hopefully within the next month
Hmm.
or so, that we'll be announcing. But we appreciate everyone for tuning in. We will go ahead and get this live stream going. The tip off should be coming in just a second. Uh, Starting lineup for the Heat: Rozier, Patty Mills, Jimmy Butler, Nikola Jovic, and Bam Adebayo.
I always forget there's another Nikola
What is
Jovic
your
on there.
thoughts about Bam Adebayo? Because we talked about him a lot during the playoffs last season,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And there was times where we were like, why is he not playing hard? And then when he would, they would dominate teams. As much as everybody say that this is Jimmy Butler's team, is it more important for Bam to get going over Butler?
Yes, because Butler can get his shot. He's one of those players that can get his points anytime he needs to. He doesn't have to be, he has to have the ball in his hand every time. Adebayo needs to get started early, because waiting for Adebayo to come around the end of the second or third and fourth has not worked. Has not worked. We see it. It does not work. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
it has not worked.
In the playoffs, when they got him started in the first quarter, it was probably the most dominant game we've seen him play in any time in the playoffs. Just pretty much in the NBA period in his career. That one single game they got him started early, and he looked out of body. And I'm like, where was this guy at?
Yes.
Where's this guy been? It's because he has to get started early.
It's a confidence thing, man. He's
Hmm.
got to get going early because, like you said, Jimmy doesn't get motivated
No.
just by scoring. He's motivated by playing good,
Yes.
tight defense, and that's a big
Yes.
factor of it as well. So off the tip, ugly tip off, but Pels will end up with it. Ball working around, like we said, BI-less New Orleans Pelicans feeding Zion down low, guarded by Bam currently. Looks like they want to get some shots going. They're going to feed off to Herb. Herb goes inside. A little step back floater. Can't quite get the roll to go. And Miami is going to go down the court.
Wait, did it? Oh, well.
Are you able to get the
I'm
game
trying
pull
to
up
see,
now?
trying to see what it's doing.
Rozier, little hesitation, shoots the three. No good. It's going to be rebounded by Trey Murphy the third. Trigger Trey's also finally found his shot, shooting 52% from three.
That's pretty. That's really good.
In his 2 starts this season. He does miss this one. Jimmy bringing it up, guarded by CJ McCollum. Now he's going to get trapped in the corner with JV. Kicks out wide open, but no good. That wasn't Rozier. Who was that? But we're going to have CJ McCollum bring it up court, working it to JV. JV to Trey. Trey tries to get it to Zion. Ugly pass. I feel like there's a lack of organization right now for this New Orleans team. The ball's not really moving. The ball's not going inside at all. It's standing around the perimeter. This isn't what we normally like to see from the New Orleans Pelicans. Especially whenever Bam is their biggest guy. Like, Bam is not someone I'd fear if I'm Zion or JV. You'd feel like you'd be able to outstrength them.
Oh, you definitely do believe that. You do believe that. Todd says, life just be lifing. Man, real talk. It does be lifing. And then rotation to the corner was horrible last night on defense. You know what? They had that issue last year, too.
Oh, yeah. It was so bad.
Let me know where you at, because
we allowed so many threes, man. I'm seeing Rozier driving on JV, kicks out. Bam Adebayo is going to put up the short shot and finally get the first bucket to go after 2 minutes into the game. Zion bringing it down. Looked like they want to get it to the low post to JV. Trey loses his dribble. Not a great ball handler. Ball's going to get sit up court. CJ McCollum can't grab it. Patty Mills is going to get the finish and go up 4-0.
Okay, then I'm right ahead of you then.
Finally, Trey gets inside. First time we've seen that tonight. McCollum short on the three-point look. Why are we not attacking the paint? This is very confusing and concerning to me.
Let me know when Nikola hits the three.
Jimmy backing down the smaller CJ McCollum. Nikola Jovic shoots the three and good. 7-0.
Okay.
All right. I'll take the Pels and you'll take the Heat. CJ bringing it up, guarded by Rozier. Pass out the Trey. Now going to work to Z. He's trying to get down into the low post, backing him in, gets the double team, pulls up, can't get the finish off the glass, and nothing has dropped for the Pels.
To Adebayo, Patty for three. Bad shot. Valanciunas with the rebound.
Board JV. Hopefully JV gets some minutes tonight. I wonder what we'll do, because we've only been giving him about 20-ish minutes as Herb Jones goes all the way to the cup for the finish. Thank you, Herb.
Adebayo, top of the key, guarded by Valanciunas, swings to Patty Mills. Patty Mills is going to bring it around the right side, back to Adebayo. Adebayo to Jovic. Jovic to Adebayo for an easy 2 in the paint.
Yeah, it's a good shot there. I wonder what made Patty Mills want to be number 88
I
or
don't
whatever
know.
he is. I've never seen that in the NBA. That's so crazy. JV, Herb to Trey. Want to get it back down low to the post. And it was a good move. It's going to be tipped. It looked like it was tipped out by Jovic, but I guess not.
I thought it was off of Jovic too.
I mean, it was the right play, but just a poor pass, I suppose. I thought it got deflected, but I think it was just off.
I always forget.
See, this is the problem. We're going to have Larry come in now early for JV, but that doesn't make sense because we haven't had JV even get started yet. I don't like that.
But
he has the mismatch on the offensive side.
Jovic in the corner again. Quick timeout called, I believe, by the Pels. It's going to be a 12-2 run.
I feel like it's such a their attitude right now is different. I feel like they're allowing the BI injury to really just
Hmm.
upset them. I mean, we played bad before the BI injury yesterday against the Orlando Magic, but the energy just wasn't there, and the energy is not there
Yeah,
tonight
yeah.
either.
And sometimes that happens when you have
Excuse
you
me.
have like a bad injury to a key player. Then that next game, even though that team you can beat that team, you play down because you're emotionally down because you lost one of your key players, and it sucks. But that could be what they're going through right now because the Warriors did the same thing when they lost Steph for those couple of games. They come to play a team that they already beat 2 weeks prior and allow themselves to lose. It's like they should have won easily.
Yeah, exactly. Uh, Forgot I had to mess with I had to mess with Dolph real quick. I forgot to send that before stream.
Oh, let me see what that is.
Him and his Traquan
Yeah,
obsession.
that's funny. Oh,
Oh, shout out to Dorian as well. Came and brought me some cards. Got me a little Marcus Colston Gridiron Kings
that's
card.
fire. It's fire.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's nice.
I would like to say, on behalf of myself and Zach and Skylar,
What up, Cody?
I would like to say
Yes.
we haven't done a video for this or even like a quick one, but thank you for 10,000 subscribers.
Oh,
We're at
very true.
10,000.
We probably do need
Yeah.
to do a little video. We need to do a little highlight video.
Yeah,
Thanking
we
everybody
definitely
for
thank
sure.
you guys for 10,000 subscribers. Hey, when we started this journey, we set the goal, but then laughed at it at the same time. Like it's no way, no one's gonna like us that much. We're
Facts, dude,
two
facts.
asses who can be smart mouthed at times. But the fact that you guys still hit that subscribe button means a lot. So thank you so much. We appreciate you guys, and from the heart, we thank you so much. Seriously, it's crazy. So next goal 14,999. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's get it, baby. It's gonna be here, man. We got a lot of cool things coming. Those that follow us from our international sports reactions, we have some plans, especially with the cricket tournament, the ICC coming to the United States this year. They got some games kind of nearby us. We're hoping we can afford and can make the travels to go out there. So that's definitely a big plan. We'll do either a little video edit, a little vlog of our experience and such. And it also more than likely be the first time that me and Non meet each other. So that'll be really cool.
If we are able to do that, I think it's in Dallas. If we're able to do that, we got to get Dolph to go to with us and 40. Because they're both in the area. So
that's fire. Okay, I didn't realize Dolph was near Dallas too. Okay, yeah, we definitely.
Yeah, I believe he's near Dallas.
Cody said, "I mean, I just tolerate you guys at this point." Well, Cody, I appreciate that.
Hey, we appreciate being tolerated. All right, Jovic to Butler, Butler to Rozier. Rozier swing past Jovic. Jovic to Patty Mills. Mills drives to the elbow, back to Jovic. Jovic's going to drive, kicks it, but picks it back up and recovers nicely over McCollum. That is a bad mismatch for the Pelicans. That is a bad mismatch.
This is how I know This is how I know that the energy is bad, because Zion over the last month and a half has not just given up once he's been beaten. But he did in that moment. He thought the ball was a loose ball, was going to go out of bounds, and just decided not to go after it. And ends up, CJ McCollum versus Jovic. Ain't no competition. But Larry Nance is going to go down and get a little and one bucket assisted by CJ McCollum.
I was thinking, they talk about the reducing the games. What is it down to 65? Is that what it is? I wonder, they're talking about reducing the season down from 80 something to like 60 something or something like that, or like 70 something.
Oh, really? Okay.
I wonder if with this new generation of player, would that be a better fit? Just because it's more about mental health and all that other stuff. Like, would it be a better fit with this generation of player? because 80,
Well,
82 games is
the
very
thing that I
tough.
would argue too, the thing that I would yeah, 82, that's what it is. The thing that I would argue as well is that first off, back-to-backs are bad for the
Yeah,
NBA. Okay. I don't care. I don't want to hear the whole argument of oh, they're weak. I work 40 hours a week doing this. It's very different, guys. People have to understand that. But included, especially with the traveling that they do and all these different things. Sometimes these guys are playing games on 4 hours of sleep
yeah.
and they're expected to be competitive. And in a season like this year,
Woo!
especially, every game is important.
Yes.
The rank from fourth place in the West to 10th is only like a 6 game
Yeah.
jump.
Yeah.
It's insane.
That's crazy.
So, you know, I think that's important, but also the fact that these people are more athletic. They jump higher, they're quicker. That means there's more wear and tear on their joints and everything like that. They need a little bit more recovery. So I would not be
But
mad
also,
about
I
that at
think
all.
it talks about not talks about, but it brings in tune the AA because this is the AAU generation that we're playing with now, and this is the generation that has
Mhm.
played probably a combined 100 plus
Gotcha.
more games than your general basketball player that came out of college 15 years ago.
Yep.
So maybe
Very
they
true.
are actually burnt out. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe they actually are burnt out.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful dunk though earlier by Nance Jr. Little one hander over out of bio. Welcome to the photos.
I I think it would be also interesting what if they were to do that. Is it just to shorten the season? Like instead of going from when does it start? August or September till
Mm-hmm.
June? Does it shorten? Like, does it go September to April, May? Or is it going to be a thing where it still continues to go throughout that
And just
same
spread
period,
out.
but it's just the games are stretched out more in between?
That's a good question.
Because I'd rather see that, if anything. Because then it'll also be fun to watch and see what players actually elevate their game,
In a shortened season.
during their more frequent
Yeah.
breaks. Right.
And then
What players actually go in and put in
that's
extra work
interesting that
to
you say
develop
that
who they
because
are.
if the season is still the same length of
Allen,
time,
oh, missed it.
if it's
Jose
still the
3.
same length of
Got it.
time, but they get to
Yeah.
actually practice more because people don't realize that NBA they don't really practice. They rarely practice games, especially when they're going from Miami to New York, from New York to back to Miami. Then they're practicing once in that week
Yeah.
and a half time, maybe a second time.
And it's not really a practice. It's more
Yeah,
going
it's a
through the
walkthrough.
motions, maybe a
It's a
couple shooting
walkthrough.
drills. Yeah, it's walkthroughs. Yeah.
So I wonder.
So off the turnover, Pelicans are going to have the ball down by 8. Zion with it up top. He's got space. I like to see him attack it. He's going to go ahead and pull up for the mid-range jumper. Can't get it.
Rozier with the
Zion
rebound.
struggled to get to the rim last night. Interesting that he's trying to take a few more jumpers
Patty
today.
Mills misses the 3. Rebound pails.
I love to see Zion develop that mid-range jumper because we know he can shoot, but he hasn't practiced it in a while. Trey from way downtown. Trigger. Splash.
The one thing I think Zion needs to work on is when he tries to back down, he needs a quicker spin move. He needs to work on getting that spin move faster.
Yeah.
Because if I'm him or if I'm somebody in that camp, I'm having him look at Elijah One, Patrick Ewing, that footage because those guys spin move in the paint, unbeatable. There's nobody better than that. And you get
I can see that. And a lot of it would be shortening his motion, right? Because when he spins very wide. And I think he does so to try and create body space. But if you're getting trapped, you spinning wide like that just allows for that second defender to come in sooner.
I
right?
mean, even Shaq to a point, too. Even Shaq to a point, too.
Oh, Shaq in his days, bro, he had a really quick spin.
And that's where he
for as big
and
as
he got his spin move from Elijah One. That's who, passed it down.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Todd said Dyson is definitely missed on the defensive end. Oh, without a doubt, in the second string, and I would say even his playmaking skills. Dyson is turning into a true point guard. It's taken time. I know a lot of fans were trying to give up on him, but defensively and him being a playmaker and really orchestrating the offense, that's something that I think is in Dyson's bag. I mean, we got to realize I don't even think he's 20 yet. He might be 20 years old. He's got a lot of elevating to do in his game. I think he eventually will be the replacement for CJ if things keep working the way that they should. I can see him being the replacement for CJ. He'll better defensively than CJ. Will lose a little bit of scoring, but if we continue the way we go with BI, Zion, and Trey, you don't need a fourth scorer. You add a second defender with him and Herb, and then if he can just knock down a couple buckets here and there, that's
But
fine.
the thing with
if he can be turned into a point guard that can average 10, 8 to 10 assists, play good defense, that's
but also with Dyson, if you give him a good offseason with a good trainer for his shot, yes, the change will be noticed a little bit, but if they can elevate his shot throughout the postseason, the preseason and postseason, it'll be less known. You know what I'm saying? Less obvious.
Nah, you must not realize who our shooting coach is, man.
I don't know who your shooting coach is.
He's one of the best. He's one of the best in the business. He's the one who fixed Lonzo Ball's shot, got him shooting over 40% from three. He's the one who worked with Herb all offseason, who went from shooting 33% to 42% from three this year. He's one of the best.
I'm saying that if they make that the push, the reason why they're doing it is because they're going away from CJ, because this team is young. I don't really see CJ really fitting with this team 100%. I've said that we've kind of said that off and on from the beginning. They got him for leadership, and
he was needed. He was a need for leadership. He was a need for culture building and such like that. But now I think his need has kind of evaporated. And that's no hate on CJ.
None whatsoever.
I'm not a CJ hater like a lot of these people are.
I think this.
Jose with the rebound, trying to bring it up.
I just think the team needs something else.
It's going to kick out to Najee Marshall, who's also checked into the game. They're going to work it down low to Zion, guarded by Highsmith. Kicks back out, Najee to Jose. Jose one to go inside. Will pulls up, mid-range jumper. Can't get it to drop.
Rebound Adebayo.
Yeah, just bad dribbling, bad handles.
Adebayo to Rozier. Rozier guarded by Zion. Gets to the paint. High off the glass, no good. But Adebayo gets the rebound.
It's like the fourth or fifth offensive board so far.
Adebayo looking to back down early against Larry Nance Jr. in the paint. Swing past it. Jaquez. Long three, no good. Rebound, Alvarado.
I agree. CJ's become an expensive fourth scoring option. Oh, bad lob. Goodness. I saw it. Look, I know we try to make highlights every game right now, but goodness gracious. I don't think Wemby could have got that one.
I don't know either. I agree. CJ is becoming an expensive scoring option. Yeah, I can agree with that one.
All right.
Also, that young player you guys have that we saw the last time, I forgot his name is. He actually looked pretty decent. Yeah, he looked pretty
Hawkins?
good. I know he's just young.
Yeah,
he's just young.
They've limited his minutes now because we're getting into playoff form, but I think next year he's going to be a big factor in what our team is. I think because I have a feeling like the re-signing of Trey, goodness, big time miscommunication.
Trey not looking for the ball goes out of bounds.
Thing is, we're going to lose eventually somebody, right? Trey is going to stay, and it's going to be a mixture of either losing Najee or it's going to be losing Jose, and that's where Hawkins' minutes are going to be found. Right now, you're trying to get into playoff mode. Your rotations aren't going to be as huge as what they are during the beginning parts of the early season, and they're trying to prep that. They're trying to make it, 3 rotation players, maybe 4 at the most.
Thank you for subscribing, Jason Peak. Welcome to the channel. My name is Nonpfixion. It's my co-host Zach. We are Real Fan Sports. Missed 3-pointer, rebound Alvarado.
Oh, that's great ball work by the Pels, but again, poor finish.
The Pelicans need to work on their floaters. Their float game is bad.
Oh my God, it's been bad tonight.
Between his legs, guarded. Now step back. Nice. Rozier still got a beautiful shot, man. Such a good player.
I would like to see Zion, Trey, Herb, Najee, Hawkins. Yeah. I just don't think Zion's big enough to play at 5. But I get in a smaller lineup,
he's strong enough,
a small team,
he's strong enough.
Sack or something like that. I could see.
I think he's strong enough, and he has the hops to do it.
Trey picking up off the ground. Trey's in his bag right now. Come on,
Martin for
defensive
three,
stops
no
is what we
good.
need. Martin, no good for 3. Trey's going to go ahead and bring it up. Trey, I would like to see develop his shot
Big
off
shot.
the dribble. And as I say it, knock it down.
Alvarado. Garden
He heard me.
Rozier.
He must have his headphones in.
Screen
Listening
by
to the
Adebayo, swing
podcast.
pass to Martin. Martin back to Rozier, looking to get to Jaquez. He's going to keep it. It's going to be tipped by Najee Marshall.
Great
Pass
steal.
to Alvarado. Easy fast break points.
And great finish. And just like that, Pels take a 1-point lead. First lead of the night with just 30 seconds to go in this first quarter. Low scoring game so far. I don't know why they didn't try to block Jose. It's not like he's not, 5'10".
Martin misses another 3.
Like they didn't even challenge his shot. All right, let's see if we can extend this lead out. Last possession here for the Pels. 7 seconds remaining. Herb with the ball. 4, 3. Herb's going to drive inside. Gets in. No foul. Swinging it. And whistle's going to go. I don't know how there was no contact right there.
I have
but
no idea.
Herb basically got tackled midair, but it's fine. We'll go ahead. We'll settle with that with an ugly first quarter to pull out a lead at the end. Definitely can't be mad about that one. Veterans Boulevard in Metairie. And currently, I'm keeping up with some of the college scores. As we all know, March Madness is in. Has anyone filled out a bracket this year? I did not. I haven't filled out a bracket.
Let me explain something to you. It wouldn't even matter. The brackets are busted down to 0.03% of
oh, it's like point.
It's like 0.3 or 0.5. Like the first day threw everybody out the window.
And it should be 0 because was it Kansas? Kansas should have lost, or Kentucky.
The referees saved them. The referees saved
one of them. One of them should have lost.
The referees saved them.
Yeah,
they were like, we can't have everybody getting kicked out the first game.
Grambling,
the Grambling, that was actually a big.
Currently Grambling's playing Purdue right now, and they're only down by 6.
Only down by 6.
Well, will a Louisiana team come out, man? Especially a team that's never made it. It'll be interesting to see. Except I already know if Grambling comes out, we're gonna get some of the most obnoxious text messages from Coach Rock.
You already know
it. Coach Rock gonna be talking about madness.
It's too funny. Again, thank you guys for joining the stream, the live stream. If you haven't already, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, do like Jason Peak and subscribe. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. And, let's keep it going.
But yeah, I mean, if I'd like to see Zion, Trey, Herb, Najee, Hawkins. So I mean, I'm trying to figure out what that would look like, right? I mean, I'm assuming you're saying either Najee or Herb runs the point. I guess Najee is probably the more common. I know Zion can run the point, but if he's having to play the 5, you can't have him bring the ball.
Isn't Hawkins a point guard?
You'll have probably not really. Not really. He's more. He's more of a shooter. He's more of a spot up shooter. He can shoot off the dribble a little bit, but like he's definitely not someone you want bringing the ball up court. Not yet, at least.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would have probably Najee at the 1, Herb at the 2, Hawkins at the 3, Trey maybe at the 4. But see, I just don't even see how that works because Trey has no inside work at all. Like you just have 4 guys around the perimeter and then Zion. Najee and Zion are the only people that can make, and Herb a little can bring the ball inside. I don't know.
Nice little ball play.
All right, back here in the second.
And just like that, another
Jovic is nice.
He's got a nice shot that's dropping pretty much. He's 4 for 5 right now.
It looks effortlessly. Yeah. Finally, they're going to go ahead and attack with JV. Give him the repost. Yep. And then he eats, and then you go up. Too simple. It works 90% of the time, Non. Watch it. Every time they send a JV in the post, He gets doubled. They feed it out. They repost him. He scores
He
90% of the
said
time.
90% of the
It's a
time
cheat
it
code. I
works
don't know why
all
they
the
don't do it
time.
more. All the time.
You could probably get that for a soundbite too. Caleb Martin for 3. He just cannot buy a bucket.
Caleb Martin's shot is like so ugly to me, bro. His release is literally at the very top, almost coming down of his.
Have you noticed he kicks both legs? Like
JV.
He doesn't have enough.
JV.
He doesn't have enough for a shot. He kicks both legs sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like he tries to like shoot his legs together and get a little boost in the air. It looks so uncomfortable.
Martin just hits the top of the backboard.
Off the side of the backboard, but Martin's going to get the board.
Swing pass.
Good drive. Oh. Ron Jeremy in the building. What's good, my brother? Najee bringing it up. Najee kicks out. Jose, corner 3. No good. Martin with
the long time no see. Yeah, it's been a minute, man.
Yeah, it's been a little while.
Deron Wright.
Now we have been live earlier this week on the with our Come On In sports crew on the As the NFL
we gotta make sure that you're unbanned over there too. I think you got banned by accident. Remember he said he got banned. He think he got banned by Dolph. Yeah, so we gotta check that and get it unbanned. Martin with a tip. No
great
good.
Defense by the Pels, but great effort by Miami. Couple putbacks, can't get it. McCollum's going to pull up transition. I was 3.
About to be.
He said the bank is open.
I was about to be mad. I'll be honest with you.
That was such an ugly shot. He did not try to make that. He did not.
He overshot that ball.
Ron Jeremy said, "Congrats on the 10K." Well, hey, appreciate that, Ron. Much love, my brother. Yeah, I'm banned on that shit. We'll get. Hey,
make a note to talk to Dolph to get him unbanned. Cause I think Dolph thought he was a troll. A troll. Like a troll. Which I mean, he is, but he's a good dude. All right. The one thing about McCollum, I think when he's dribbling, I just don't feel comfortable with the ball in his hand. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just not. I don't know. He's just not a good dribbler. Like I don't feel comfortable letting him control the ball.
He's actually got some good handles, man. I don't know about that. It does look like a little crazy at the moments, but he's got pretty good handles. But I feel like he thinks he's Kyrie, and he's not that, and he's not big enough to get into the inside like he wants to, right? Because he loves getting that little 8-foot jumper, that little 6 to 8 foot jumper. But when he gets that deep inside, he's too small, and he has to do a crazy follow up.
McCollum with the big time 3. That's what I think it is, Todd. I think he tries to do too much when he's dribbling. That's what I think. Maybe I'm missaying
For
it.
Sure.
It's not that he doesn't dribble well. He tried to do too much.
Yeah. He needs to do, like I said, he thinks he's Kyrie, but he's not. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's how Kyrie can get away with it because he's Kyrie. Like, he's just built different like that. CJ needs to practice. I wouldn't say the 3 dribble drill, but like a 5 dribble drill. 5 dribbles and pull up. That's what he needs to do. 3 to 5 dribbles, lock it at that, and then make your decision. Not 10 to 12.
Oh, I'm glad I'm watching the Miami Miami camera.
Oh, I can only imagine what's going on in Miami. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut now.
My chick bad. How they playing Beverly the Ball? That's why it's hard for me to.
Apparently, Wembanyama made like a crazy 3 to start off.
Oh, the game really?
Somehow.
Probably from the tip.
About to watch it. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh wow.
But how you been, Ron? How's life been for you, brother? See, I'm about to message Mozzie and be like, "Hey, bro, what you doing? I'm trying to talk some mess with you."
I think I saw him post earlier. I know there was a birthday for his
Oh my
pops the
god.
other day, and then I think one of his cousins' birthdays today. I think I saw him post on the
Oh
story. So they could be
yeah, yeah. I
they
did
could
see
be
that. Yeah, I did see that.
in the circle powwow right now.
There we go. Look at that repost. I don't know if you're gonna see it or not because you're probably watching New Orleans stream.
Let's see, not that good. I broke my right foot 2 weeks ago. How'd you do that? Were you, was
What
you
you
on the
did,
set
man?
trying to swing from the chandeliers?
Too many
Trying to
beers,
swing
man.
from the chandeliers?
He's trying to do a trick shot.
Todd says CJ has gotten to the age when you need to let the young guys do all the crazy moves with the handles and just spot up and shoot YMCA style. there's there there's a little bit
sounds
truth to that. A
accurate.
little bit truth to that.
I can't remember the channel. I saw it on some shorts. I meant to subscribe to him, but he goes and plays pickup games in
Yeah.
different places and like does recording and like, we'll talk about his game, but also talk about like random people. And there's this one like white dude that's just at the YMCA just getting his workout in, but he just has the unblockable
Oh yeah, I
hook
saw that
shot,
guy. I saw
and
that.
he be
Yeah,
moving in
yeah,
slow motion, but makes
yeah.
it every time. Another CJ getting his bag from 3 right now.
You see, Butler was waiting for Alvarado. He put the ball up like this. He's like,
Yeah, holding it high.
another corner 3
That ain't dropping. Oh, that's a good shot.
by Cole Swider, another player we don't know from Miami.
Go figure. Someone just said that the white dude from Oakland,
Oh yeah,
the college, that knocked down the 10
yeah.
3-pointers or whatever it was, that we'll see him in Miami in a couple
You're
years.
probably right. You're probably right.
Little runner by Najee, can't drop.
Miami got so many new players that I just never seen before. Butler drives to the paint. Bad flow to rebound. Valanciunas.
Good board by JB.
Uh,
All right, Jose. Let's see what we can do here. Guarded by a bigger defender, drives inside, gets the contact and the foul.
right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. To be
I'll be honest with you, I don't know if that was foul. Not Jose got that advantage that I used to take advantage of being the smaller guy and taking some contact. Ron said, "Nah, I slipped and fell on my right foot while I was doing some garden work. It always happens."
Oh, that
Are you
sucks, man.
serious? That's tough, bro.
Well,
And like, it's already punishment enough that you have to do garden work, and then to hurt yourself while doing it. Yeah, that's tough.
well,
And that would be my excuse to never have to do it again.
hope you get better, brother, soon.
I wish this dang light would fix itself. I don't know why it keeps doing this. Maybe something did go out on that light. Oh, there you go.
It
See,
could
just
be
turned back on now.
The LEDs could
Maybe
be dying.
it needs a software update
Damn,
or
man.
something. It could be, but it could need
That's
a
true.
software update too.
Butler.
They were
Screen.
cheap anyway. They cost like
Long
$10.
3, no good. Rebound pails. No worries, brother.
All right, CJ.
I didn't do the
Swings it down low to Zion. Zion gets held up a little bit. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it's not a great pass, but I don't know. Maybe it's just a bad pass. It looked like he was held up, but that could have just been my eyes deceiving me. Jazzy in the building. What's up, Jazzy?
36-27.
Welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing well.
6:06 to go in the second quarter. Butler with the inbound. Looking to get a play started. Swing pass. Swider for another 3. These guys
again.
are killing them.
Bro, they just find these random people that drain threes, bro. This is insane.
I mean, well, Miami has been one of the teams that has actually found guys at the YMCA to play in the NBA. They actually have done it. So
that's crazy. All right, down low to Z, guarded by Butler. Butler holds him up, pass out. Jose. It's raining threes. Hallelujah.
Butler.
Jimmy's. Oh, I thought Jimmy wanted one.
It's going to drive. Easy layup.
Yeah, I mean, someone's got to stand in front of him.
Yeah,
It's
really.
the middle of the court. Come on, guys. That's
39-32. Excuse me.
Z back out to Jose. Jose to Z, guarded by Jimmy. Let's see if he'll try and attack this matchup. Kicks out. Trey thought about the deep one, dribbles out, working the ball around. Jose's going to take another one. It's going to be just long. Offensive board for Nance. Out to Herb in the corner. There it is. After a poor three-point shooting night last night, the Pels came in with the focus on making these three balls, and they're doing well so far. But still just up by 10. Got to create some stops and man, too many easy baskets.
I agree.
Oh, that should have been blocked. Trey, keep that hand out. He pulled it back like he didn't want to block it. Trey wants the three. Oh, I was about to say it's going to be a party in
Miami.
this house.
It's going to be drive to the paint, swing out, ends up in Butler's hands. Swider. Butler with the directions. Backs into the paint.
Stop the scores is what we need.
Long pass. Almost tipped away.
Great job repositioning. Great rotation on defense. Finally, hold it up. 1 more second. Don't draw a foul. Yeah. Oh, shot clock violation. It should have been a foul, though.
I mean, yes, it is a bad shot, but it definitely is contact.
It's definitely contact. Without a doubt, it's a foul.
Oh, yeah.
He caught Zion jumping, and then he pulled up. And he got into his landing area as well. That is 100% a foul.
And Butler was jumping to the right, so he wasn't jumping into him. So you have to call that. Then he wasn't trying to bait the call.
Yeah.
He was trying to beat the time.
Yeah, it's a bad no call. Miami switching to a zone. Great hands by number 4 with the pickpocket cookies.
Number 4, name is Wright. Right to Rozier. Butler to the bench. Rozier for 3. Rozier, that boy's still nice, man. Still nice.
Zion inside. A lot of contact. Again, refs keeping the whistle.
Swallow the whistle.
Out they mouths. And I'm not mad at it if they're going to call it both ways. I mean, they're not calling it either way. It's not one-sided by far. I think there's definitely some obvious fouls that they missed like that, and then the one on Jimmy.
Adebayo was not jumping
consistent. We'll deal
with it. He wasn't jumping straight up, so because that's the rule, they actually have to call the foul. He wasn't jumping straight up. That's how you don't call it.
Right.
42-35, 3:12 to go in the first half. Rozier. Guarded by McCollum. Swing pass out of Adebayo. Gives it back to Rozier. Pretty good defense by McCollum. Rozier goes up anyway. Yeah, no good. Rebound Pels.
And I love Trey coming flying in for the rebound. Something that we weren't doing in the first quarter, which was attacking the rim or attacking the boards. CJ is going to take you coast to coast, right off the glass. Easy 2. Lead back up to 9.
Adebayo.
2.5 to go in this second
Adebayo.
quarter. Oh,
nice defense.
Good foul.
That's good defense, though.
Yeah, that's great. Don't allow them to get momentum, man. If you can stop an alley-oop by fouling, you do it every single time.
If I'm a coach, I'm not mad at that.
Don't allow the excitement in the building.
If I'm a coach, I'm not mad at that one whatsoever. So let's look at some of the other games. OKC over Toronto, 94-85. Boston over Detroit, 108-91 in the fourth quarter. Memphis and San Antonio. San Antonio up 39-27 in the second quarter. Minnesota.
They've been looking good recently, man. I think they're going to have a bright future. They need a couple more pieces, and we all know that. And people have to settle down and realize that this is going to be a 3 to 4 year plan. You got to understand that. Don't allow all the networks do to Wemby what they tried to do to Zion and try to convince him that he belongs otherwhere. You know, let it develop.
Also, we got Minnesota over Cleveland, 41-31 the second quarter. And we got the current game right now. 44-35, 2:38 to go in the second quarter. Pelicans over the Heat. Got a few more games to start to go to the rest of the night, but still got a little time before those games start up. We have the Warriors in Indiana, Portland and Clippers, Lakers in Philadelphia.
And if somehow Portland's can pull an upset,
Man.
if somehow Portland can pull an upset on the Clippers, we win tonight and then get back within a half game of the Clippers, I'll be ecstatic. And I believe the Pelicans have a easy game tomorrow. Their next game, yes, we play Detroit next. So win that, we'll take over that fourth spot, and then that's when we get into our really deep, heavy stretch of tough basketball. We go OKC, Bucks, Boston, Suns, Magic, Spurs, who is not a game that like I'm just counting as a win. I feel like we should win, but like I said, Spurs can be good. Like they have talent. And then you got Phoenix, then Portland, and then you finish off with the three teams that are directly behind us trying to get out of the play-in Sacramento, Golden State, and the Lakers. So very tough schedule. Really just one, maybe two gimme games. And there's no gimme games in the NBA, but two that you feel like your team should definitely win. Maybe three if you're counting San Antonio. But all the rest of the games, it could go either way. Make sure if y'all haven't already, hit that like button for the stream. Also, feel free to share it if you'd like to over on X or Facebook or just on your YouTube. You can click the share, create a post, and share it to all your subscribers. We truly appreciate that. Get some more people in here, have some more fun. We will be covering a lot more of the NBA, especially as we get into playoffs. I know we've been a little bit slower with things than we normally are. We normally like to try and do 2 games a week. Hoping to get back to that. We're just trying to get our schedules and stuff all worked out. Like I said, a lot of special things brewing right now that's taking some of our time away, but it will all make sense whenever the time comes around. It'll all make sense.
Adebayo hits the first free throw, makes the second. So 37 is the current score. Todd.
Yeah, I'm with that too, Todd. I really want us to get 50 wins. It'll be the first time we've gotten 50 wins since 2008.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which was my favorite season as a New Orleans basketball fan. I was deep in there. That's the year whenever I was telling you I used to get on those New Orleans used to have a website where you could talk with professional analysts and stuff like that. And I would be in there talking and with people at the age of like, how old was I? 12. And people thought I worked for a company. And I was like, nope, I'm in 7th grade. Underneath the Zion kick out, CJ steps off it, shoots the 3 wide left. Way off. What a great play by Zion to find CJ midair as well, though.
Butler,
but couldn't finish.
The slider. Gets it back to Butler's hands. 11 seconds to go on the play clock. Calling the screen for Adebayo. Gets in between, gets a shot up and the foul.
Yeah.
I think Capel's player. He got hit in the nether region.
Yeah, he's trying to fight off the screen and just kind of gets bumped around by Bam. It's just great. Jimmy Butler does this every game, and it's just smart basketball.
He definitely knows how to get himself to the line.
I'm good with 4th or 5th seed. Pels need to go 8-5, last 13 to get 50 wins. Yeah, I'd love 50 wins. And 4th or 5th, I mean, that's a win. I mean, last year I felt like we should have been, out of the play-in on the 6th spot. And this year I said, 4th or 5th is what I would like. And, 4th would be amazing, but it will be tough, especially not knowing when we'll get BI back. Currently, he's not set to come back until for 2 weeks is when he'll be evaluated next. So that will be on, let's see, what's today? We got 1 week. So that won't be until around Phoenix on 4/7.
Which is a good time to get him back.
Jose bringing it up, pass over to CJ. Miami playing a little four-court press, one of the better defensive teams in the
Butler
league
with
over
the
the last
steal.
3 or 4 years. Gets the steal.
Gets it
Butler,
up.
they got numbers.
And
He's going to go
one.
straight at the cup. That was a foul.
I don't think it was a foul, but they called it.
I guess he did hit his hand. Yeah. Jose raised his hand like it was. So if you're going to foul him, Jose, you got to foul him, man. Butler's not weak, man.
No, he's definitely not. And he plays wanting the contact because he knows it's coming anyway. So he just accept his fate and keep pushing.
Yeah.
Because if you look where he shot the ball, he was going through Alvarado regardless. That was reverse. It was the backside of the rim. So yeah.
He saw his numbers, saw Alvarado in front of him, and knew that either he was going to make the basket or was going to get a foul, or in this case, got both. So they're going to call a hold on Highsmith.
I think that was a good call.
So interesting things. Yeah. Things getting physical here right at the end. You know, we expected to see some physicality coming through. We'll see how it translates going into the second half. Right now, just a 4-point game, 46-42. Both teams are in the bonus now. CJ bringing it up with less than a minute to go in this first half. Working around the Zion screen. Now feeds Zion. Middle of the court. Kicks out Jose. Jose driving inside. Great spacing, but not a great finish because it's going to get batted back out by Larry. Now CJ with it up top. Trying to get in his bag. Dribbling around a little bit. Doing a lot. Shooting the three. Too strong. Yeah. It's just such a waste of a fresh shot clock. That's my issue. It's such a waste of a fresh shot clock.
Jovic is going to drive.
Jovic doesn't shoot that.
No good. Alvarado with the rebound.
Zion. Everybody's so scared of Zion blocking their shots. Man. He's been doing really well at chasing players to the rim, getting up when they shoot, forcing them to go higher off the glass than what they're comfortable with. Any lower, that's blocked. So we're going to have last shot here for Zion. About a half-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Zion kicks out Trey. Trey's going to shoot the three short, gets it back.
Shot it back up.
And it's going to be too late, and the buzzer will end. He should have shot it back up. 46-42.
Because you driving doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do anything
in that moment. Just get it, go right back up.
Don't do nothing. I don't know why he did just grab it and shoot. Yeah, he should have just caught it and stepped back, if anything.
See, they trying to go for the two for one. Yeah.
I hate that. You know, I totally agree. Have you listened to the podcast with JJ Redick and LeBron yet?
I've heard parts of it.
Have you seen any of the clips?
I listened to parts of it.
Yeah, I've listened to parts too. And one of the things they talked about was the 2 for 1 and how like LeBron hates it. And I'm kind of with it too.
I mean,
because he basically says it's like, you know, it is good an idea because, you know, you're basically getting a free possession, a free shot at the goal, right? At the basket. But his argument is, you know, what was your last, 5 possessions like? Did you score? Are you in a good shooting rhythm? Is it worth taking a bad shot just to get a shot with 10 seconds remaining like we had just there? Or are you better off just getting your bucket and then just letting it be what it be?
I mean, you want to bet on getting the bucket first and it's playing good defense. If you get the bucket and play good defense, you ain't got to worry about them scoring.
But it's not about playing good defense. It's about getting momentum going into the next quarter or the next half.
I know, but I'm saying
if you go and your last 5 possessions, you're shooting up bricks. And then you notice you got 34 seconds on the clock. So you just go up and just shoot one instead of trying to find a rhythm and take a good look in hopes of getting, knowing you'll get the ball back. Regardless if you play good defense and you stop the opposing team, when you go down, you only have 10 seconds to develop a play. So you're having 2 rush shots instead of one good look.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the team that has the ball, who's instead of them taking 2 for 1, is making a good shot attempt. The defense is for the reverse, the act at the end of that.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. The reverse at the end of that.
Yes,
because I'm saying get a good opportunity, a high percentage shot in the paint at the elbow, not a 3-pointer, not a 30-footer, but in the perimeter, inside the perimeter. It's a high percentage shot. So you go for a high percentage shot, then you don't have to worry about 2 for 1 because it's a high percentage shot, but you're more likely to make it, or the person is more likely to make it.
Yes.
And then your defense, you just press for that 10 seconds, and they can't do anything. because most teams don't
Yeah, you
press
can't
right
do
there.
anything.
They don't
Yeah,
press.
no, no,
They just run
exactly.
back. Press. Make them waste the clock. Make them dribble. Get them on an 8-second violation, and that probably ends the quarter.
Especially going to halftime, you about to have 30. You about to have 30 minutes of rest. Play tight.
You about to sit down.
No, I agree. I always thought it was questionable, going for just a chuck up 2-for-1, especially like I said, it's different if you're the offensive side of the ball and your last 5 possessions you made, you scored 3 out of 5 times or 4 out of 5 times on some good looks. Then go ahead and see. You got a guy that's heat checking.
Yeah.
Let him shoot one, pull it up. Why not? But if you haven't made but 1 out of your last 5 possessions, there's no point to just go up and chuck a bucket.
The only time I was
bucket. It honestly
I'll say the only time I would say 2-for-1 opportunity is if you got shooters. If your squad got shooters, then try it. But if your squad has okay shooters, don't do that because it's a good possibility you're not going to get to what you're looking for.
For sure. Yeah, because it was just interesting, man. I mean, the whole podcast was really good, and of course, it's so funny to see how certain people have their opinions on LeBron and still try to again feel a narrative about it. But the whole conversation was just so chill. They were just talking ball. Like it was the most genuine podcast I think I've ever seen. They sat down, had wine, talked life, talked ball, and it was just super. It was a good learning aspect. If you're learning the game of basketball and you're trying to move up, whether it's in college or high school, it's definitely something to listen to help elevate your game.
Yeah.
He mentioned about how, Steph Curry has had one of the most biggest impacts in the NBA as far as, the game of basketball, him and AI.
Yeah.
He talked about how, to be great in this game or in anything, it involves sacrificing your family and, sacrificing time with them and stuff like that. And it was so funny. You have, your people that just don't like LeBron have something to say oh, well, then wait and see whenever your family doesn't find somebody else because you're not there for them and stuff like that. It's well, that's literally what sacrifice is. And your family has to understand that's what it takes to be great, to do these things. It requires
and to go
that.
back against what those trolls are saying, when you have somebody who is, I don't know if you can still hear me or not, but when you go into a situation like that, and like LeBron, or we say LeBron and Steph, they both, I believe they both have partners that support them 100%, 1,000%. So when LeBron is training in the offseason in another state or country because of certain things, or Steph is training in another country, or he's in China with the Warriors, and the wife and the kids can't be there, they understand that this is it's not just him playing.
When they're on vacation and he has to go work out.
Because Steph and LeBron both take their trainers on vacation with them in the summer. They both take their trainers. So not everybody can do that. I understand that. But I believe in my heart of hearts that both sets of wives and families understand it's a reason why he's here. It's not just because he's on a vacation. He's helping our father stay at tip-top shape to play in a young man's game. So the people who say those troll comments, maybe they don't have the best at-home situation, so it's a bit of jealousy and hatred at the same time. But even to somebody like myself who, in the beginning of Steph's career, because I'm a Warriors fan, saw LeBron as the enemy, I still respect him for how good he is. He is one of the best to ever play the game. And that's just that would be me being, I'll be a hater, just saying, oh, he's trash. No, he's still one of the best in the game. But I'm going to root against him when he goes against my boys. That's just what it is. That's competition. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, look, this is the thing that I learned, with that whole conversation. It's who you think your GOAT is very subjective.
Oh yeah,
It's up to your opinion. And to be honest, the more right answer, if there is considered a right answer, it is MJ. You can argue, other things with LeBron, but it just MJ's impact, in overall, was just so much bigger. But the whole thing with it is don't allow that type of stupid competition stop you from enjoying watching greatness, because I did that with Kobe, and I did it for not necessarily that reason. I did it because I couldn't stand Kobe fans. They bugged the hell out of me, and I think that's a lot of the reason why people don't like LeBron is because LeBron fans And it wasn't until his later seasons that I really started to appreciate him. And I'm like, dang, bro. I was like, I hated on this dude for so long for what? For no reason. And I'm watching one of the best players to ever play the game, and I'm just sitting there like, ah, whatever, dude.
And
Screw that
it's
guy.
funny that you say that
You know?
because even though I have, of course, have my issues with Kobe fans because I got Kobe the brunt of Kobe, but I can't stand some of these LeBron fans. Like they just won't see. They won't like when you put facts on paper and you show them facts on paper, they still won't believe it. And it's like
Yeah.
this is not a lie. I'm not making this up. It's the facts. Like it's facts. Like Jordan was MVP, defensive player, and MVP of the postseason, the finals at the same year. That's facts. Like,
Yeah.
and then you have I
Right.
see who did I see? I seen somebody talking on Gil's podcast talking about that they stat padded for Jordan. I'm like, so now that's what we're doing now. That's what we're doing now. Now we're gonna say they stat padded for Jordan. That's why he doesn't have to go. I'm like, you're hurt because he took your championship opportunity away because you played in the East. I know why you're hurt. You played for Detroit. He took your championship.
That's hilarious.
I was like, don't say that. Because then so are we gonna say that for Steph? Are we gonna say that for LeBron, or is it just for Jordan?
Well, that's just like the whole thing with Drew Brees. Everybody's like, oh, Drew stat padded. That's why he has all these accolades and stuff like that. No, he didn't. Like he had to. He had to play that good, and it's not his fault that he didn't let off their throat whenever they were winning. Like that's how y'all. And then whenever a player does that and then they lose, what do they say? Oh, they stopped playing hard. Why are they playing down to their competition? Make up your minds.
Well, it's like I seen a post from Lou. Was he coach the Clippers now? Who's he coach now? I forgot who he coach.
Lou. He coaches.
Well,
Clippers,
it was a post that talked about him. He said when he played with the Wizards is when Jordan was in his 40s. And he said the reason why I know Jordan is the best. He said Jordan in his 40s was still giving people buckets with the Wizards. He said it wasn't like, oh, he was only scoring 18 points, 15 points. He was giving people buckets at 40.
Well, and that's fair too. And he did not take care of his health
he
like
did
LeBron
not.
does, but LeBron still giving buckets at in his 40s too. So, but no, I hear what you're saying. Todd said there's a price you have to pay for success. I had a lot of 18-hour days, and I wouldn't have made it if it weren't for my wife having my back. And you're spot on, Todd. It doesn't have to just do with basketball.
Just
it has
life
to do
in
with
general.
Just life in general. Like there's a lot of sacrifices that it takes. Like even if you're not making the top dollar of money, sometimes it's just to get by. It takes sacrifices. I mean, we all go through it. And that was another argument that a lot of people said was that like, oh, I don't want to hear about sacrifice. He's making millions. It's like, but at the end of the day, it's still a sacrifice.
Ooh.
Like a lot of people will wish they didn't have to sacrifice that time.
Oh yeah, because how many times these guys are traveling across the country and can't watch their kids in sports, or those who have kids that are in music or in theater, they can't go to theater performances. And not saying they're the only ones. All parents do it, but people look at basketball or they look at athletes, professional athletes, like they don't have those hurdles
as the dollar value.
A $1 million contract does not take away.
Yeah, they look at them not human.
$1 million contract doesn't take away the fact that they missed their daughter's recital. It doesn't take away from that. It's still the same situation. They just have more money than you do.
Or miss their child being born, or or a funeral, or a pass, like being at the hospital with a loved one who's going through some stuff, like we all go through it, man. Instead of trying to like delegate it as, oh, well, they make money, so they shouldn't complain. Understand that you felt it, they feel it too. Like,
and that just proves the fact that people still believe that money creates happiness when it does not. It creates a level of comfortability, not happiness.
Yeah.
Great bounce pass.
And it definitely helps.
Of course.
That's
of
not
course.
A denial.
Of course.
It definitely helps. But to get there, it takes time, man. I mean, like, shoot, I mean, like, even what we do, and I wouldn't say it's not the biggest of sacrifices, but there's definitely times, especially during the playoffs, where man, I don't get to spend time with my family and my loved ones because we're streaming 8 times, and all last year we weren't making no
Yeah.
gain on that, by the way. Like we weren't even making revenue. We're now where we are making a little bit, enough to basically pay for the bills that covers
pay
us
for
to
the
be able to
internet. I
do
can pay my
this.
internet bill.
Like our internet, our electricity and our water. That's what it covers. So even that's a sacrifice.
We ain't buying.
Skyla's in the building.
We're not buying no new whips.
She understands. There's time where she's like, yeah, she's like, bro, she's like, we haven't hung out. And it's like, I know. I was like, but I got to do this because I want to grow this. I want this to be big, and hopefully it'll become something that's fruitful. But there's no telling. It's all sacrifice.
I'm like, yeah.
Skyla, speaking of Skyla, how you doing, baby?
What up, lady?
She said, baby, are you ready for April? I'm soon for the parade. Yeah,
April showers.
Yes, I'm ready.
Bring me flowers.
Todd said, "There's the price you have to pay for." Oh yeah, and then he says, "Facts. I have 3 kids and can't replace missing any of those moments. I wouldn't trade the moments I got to see for any amount of money." Exactly.
And that's where the people who say those comments is like, it's just them. It's not even ignorance. It's being a hater because you don't want to admit that part is still something that's as valuable as a contract for NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball. It's just as valuable. That time is valuable.
Oh yeah. It's something that we well, first off, shout out AMD KPA Sports or Shorts. I'm sorry, AMD KPA Shorts. Thank you for subscribing. If you're new to the channel, my name is Zach, and here with my partner Nonpfixion. How you doing? Welcome to Real Fan Sports. Yeah, me and my dad have that conversation all the time, man. Especially now that he's definitely much older, and now that he had to sacrifice a lot of times to keep a roof over our heads, keep the electricity on and all that stuff. So a lot of times growing up, I didn't see him. Even in high school, when it was just me and him living together, there'd be weeks I'd go without seeing him. And now that he's not working as much and stuff, and we could see each other, well, now I'm working a lot more, and now I'm in school, and now I'm doing this, so now I can't see him. So it's so hard to get that back, and it's so hard to find the time. And we talk all the time about how much regret we have not being able to see each other. We talk about trying to meet up, and it's still hard to, even though it's a high part of your in your checklist of things to do. It's still hard to make it work.
Yeah.
Good to see BI walking around. Honestly, this makes me so happy. Walking around, looking comfortable, squatting down with little to no problem. It looks like he has a little copper sleeve on his knee just to keep it compressed and to keep it aligned. All good things. But now back here in the second half, New Orleans Pelicans versus Miami
Baseline
Heat.
drive.
Heat down by 4.
Gets
Jimmy
the ball
Butler
to drop
and
the foul. He got Zion and Larry Nance off the ground. I don't know who got the foul call. They both hit him. So I don't know.
They had to give it to Herb.
I think they gave it to Williamson.
It looked like it was Herb because Herb hit him in the back. But
Butler makes the free throw.
Right. Good free throw shooter.
Now down by 1.
Now 4-point lead turns to 1. Zion bringing the ball up, a little point Z going on, working the ball around CJ. Great play out the break, but bad pass by Larry. I think Larry was trying to go cross court to Jones and just released it too late. Luckily, it's going to stay with the Pelicans with 13 seconds. There's no way he was going to Zion there.
Because
right?
if Adebayo had actual faster hands, he would have caught it.
Yeah.
Nice spin move in the paint.
Oh, my goodness. What a soft touch. Good to see him get going a little bit because he really had a really slow first half.
Mills. Jokic. Going to drive into the paint.
Good defense by Trey.
High shot over Trey. No
good. The evolution of Trey Murphy's defense. Staying in position. Oh, great extra pass to find CJ in the corner. No good. Zion fighting for the board. Gets it. Something, again, that me and Nan have talked several times about wanting Zion to work on is his rebounding. Trey gets inside, can't get it. Larry gets it and gets fouled. Well, look, you don't get the ball to go in but you do get to see 2 great offensive rebounds by the Pelicans, something that we normally
Hmm.
aren't good at, especially when JV is not on the
Yeah,
court.
yeah. That's one of those things that you guys have so much. Yes,
I would love to see Trey to take those 2 threes,
yeah.
though, by the
You
way.
guys have
Those,
players
like,
with
definitely shots he
good
should take,
length, and they all should be trying to get rebounds, not just Larry Nance.
without a doubt. Larry makes the first. Ooh, 6 straight games, March 26th to April 5th. Nice.
Misses the second.
And can't get the
Rebound,
second. So it'll be
Jokic.
a 4-point lead.
Rozier, swing pass to Butler.
Let's see. Mismatch for Butler.
Back out to Rozier.
He's going to get a
Rozier
little help
sidestep
from Herb.
Zion, shoots it up, rims out. Rebound Pales.
There we go. All right, CJ bringing it up for Patty. They want to get it down to Zion in the zone here. CJ is going to go inside, kick out. Larry Nance in the corner. Opts not to shoot it. Finds Trey. Trey
Great
pulls.
decision by Larry Nance.
Splash.
52-45. 10:02 and counting, third quarter. Butler to Rozier. Rozier sidesteps, drives to the paint. Good defense.
Oh, great defense by Trey. How's that not a jump ball?
I don't know. Butler with 1 second. Rebound Zion.
Zion, I appreciate the little trickery going behind the back and everything, but can you just hold on to the rebound next time? Thank you.
Oh,
Herb Jones,
rattles
corner
out.
3. Oh,
Almost.
rattles out.
Terry Rozier is going to bring it down. Guarded by McCollum. Drives to the center of the paint. Swing past to Jokic. Jokic back to Rozier. Jokic for 3. No good.
Oh, I was scared when he shot, man. He's been so nasty.
They shouldn't have took him out. They took him out too early. He was on fire.
Yeah, they did. He was just getting hot. CJ over to Z. Z guarded by Butler, given some space. Wanted to switch, doesn't get it. Herb Jones in the middle.
Woo,
Goes,
nice
draws
play.
the contact,
Nice
and one. Great finish by Herb. And great. And the one thing that I love about the Zion too, a lot of people are mad that he's not averaging 30 points per game and all this stuff, but it's that his eyes are always open. Zion, who used to play point guard in high school before his big growth spurt, he knows and has court vision, and he's always looking to get his other players active. And it's so important because once you get a Herb going or you get a Trey Murphy
Makes
going,
a free throw.
this team looks dangerous.
I do agree with that. Rozier is going to bring it down.
It's the difference of winning basketball, man. The biggest complaint right now with or a lot of complaints on Twitter, even when we're winning, is, oh, BI's not getting his shots. Oh, he's not getting 30-point games. Oh, Zion's only scoring 22. They even had a whole argument that
steals
Zion
the ball.
oh, what a steal by CJ.
Swing pass.
Trey.
Easy.
Yeah, too easy. Timeout Heat up by 12. But people were trying to say that this isn't the best Zion that we've seen. They're like, he's averaging less numbers in every statistical thing. It's like, but you're not watching basketball. Yeah. The reason why this is the best Zion that we've seen is because Zion is playing winning basketball. He might not be shooting at a higher percentage as he was, over 60%. He's still shooting in the 50s. He might not be getting 8 rebounds, but he has been over the last 2 months. He may not be getting the most amount of assists, but it's all the things off ball. It's the finding the open guy that leads to
the intangibles,
and the different things like that. Right. It's winning basketball. It's unselfish winning basketball. It's something that should be awarded.
You can't be mad at
be talked
team
down
play.
about.
You can't be mad at team play when it's successful. You can't be mad at team play when it's successful.
When it's successful. Yeah. Right. Exactly. That's saying, people are arguing, whatever, this, and this about Zion, or this, and this about BI. And it's like, but this is the most, but we have 42 wins this season, which is more than what we've had in the last 8 years or last 6 years.
They just showed Jalen Ramsey on the sideline.
And they're trying to say that they're not playing good.
Yeah.
is what they're trying to say. But we have, it's just
But
insane.
the bad thing about it, what
Last year I think we finished.
what kills that argument is the fact. Look at where they're rated. Look
Yeah.
at where they're at. Your argument is null and void. Look at their.
We're number one over the last three weeks or whatever the thing goes. We're ranked number 1 in defense, and we were ranked number 10 in offense, number 3 overall in the NBA.
So
as far as like statistics go,
so that argument that they have
we're playing
doesn't mean anything. Your argument is null and void.
it's bullshit. Doesn't mean
You
nothing.
just want to see him ball out, which everybody wants to see that every once in a while. But like you said, if team ball is winning, that's
it's the ISO mentality.
yeah. ISO teams don't.
It's the ISO mentality that's been developed through AAU. It's that your favorite play, and that's the problem with like this, and like people call them, Stan Twitter, Stan accounts.
Yeah,
to where they're more obsessed over their one player than the team as a whole. And that is a big thing in the NBA. People become fans of singular players. When they're not playing good or they're not filling up the stat sheet, then they feel like they need to be on a different team or be played differently, regardless of whether or not
they got to blame somebody.
The objective of the NBA is to win championships, to make playoffs, win divisions, win championships.
And what's sad
it doesn't always happen by running up the stat sheet.
What's sad is they have not learned that ISO ball does not win titles anymore. And the reason why it doesn't win titles is because defenses have changed. In the 80s and 90s, you can get away with that with having an all-star star, like a superstar on a squad to win a title.
Yeah, because they couldn't play zone, right?
They couldn't play zone. They had to play man. So if I got an inferior guy guarding me and I can burn him, just give me the rock. Just give me the rock. We win it.
Yep.
Nice pass from Adebayo to Butler.
And great
Easy
cut
too.
by Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Todd said team ball is how you beat more talented teams. So when you get a talented team to play team ball, you get the Spurs and the War. Exactly, Todd. Exactly. That should be the goal because that's multiple championships. That's not one championship. That's multiple championships. You develop that. And the other thing with that inside of it is you play team ball and you give everybody their shine. And if their stars buy in, right? Their star players, like in this instance, are Zion and BI.
Yeah.
If they're able to buy into that and aren't worried about filling up the stat sheet and are willing to do what it takes to win basketball games and have a team building win, that means your support guys, like your Trey, like your Herb, like your Larry or Jose and all these guys, they don't want to go and chase the bag somewhere to try and start. They want to stay here because they know even though they're coming off the bench, they're getting opportunities to show their talent.
Defense by Herb Jones.
Crazy block.
Shuts down Butler. Shot clock violation. Wait, that's the second one. Shouldn't it be a technical?
Defensive player of the year.
That's the second shot clock violation. Should it be a technical, or it doesn't matter if they're different halves?
No, it's second. I think they have to be back to back, don't they?
I wonder if it has to be the same half.
Or I don't know how that rule goes. If you want to be honest with you, if someone knows, let me know because I'm not sure how that rule goes.
Nice little jumper by McCullough.
Was that 2 for them, or is that? I think the one was on us.
They got 2. They got 2.
They have had 2. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure.
But I know one was before.
Honestly, I won't even lie. I was not aware of that rule. So
one was before the half though, so I think it might be the same quarter.
Yeah, maybe so.
I know before you get 2 or either 2 or 3, and you got to other team gets shoot a technical shot.
Woo! Rozier has been looking nice on the Miami Heat, man. He deserves more touches. Great pass out to Herb, goes inside, tries to get the contact, and does. See, now they're starting to be a little more loose with the whistle. They're starting to call it a little bit more. I'm interested to see how that's going to change.
But the good thing is, it's not necessarily one-sided just yet. The calls have kind of been back and forth, so I'm okay with it right now.
No, it's still even. I'm just saying it's been a more strict whistle. They're calling more touchy fouls. Like that was a touchy foul. Last half they allowed a lot of stuff to play.
Makes the first free throw.
Because personally, I don't think that was a foul. I don't think that was a foul at all. Now it's hard to tell. Maybe he did get a hand, on his hand or on his wrist, but to me it didn't look like it. Todd said the last team I can remember that won with one superstar was the Bucks, And before that, I think you have to go back to the 2011 Mavs.
Yeah.
You're probably right. And that 2011 Mavs really had more talent too than they just had one superstar. All the other guys are
And
really great.
that's what I was going to say about the Bucks. They did have one superstar, but they did have good, like, accompanying parts. They could have good parts.
Oh, great defense by Z. Yeah. Jovic's got to shoot.
Air ball.
Dang, I was kind of hoping it was going to be a shot clock. I wanted to see if that technical thing was a thing.
6:16 left in the third quarter. OKC defeats Toronto 123-103. Boston beats Detroit 129-102.
They're a good team, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Great ball movement by the Pels. This is what I wanted to see in the first half. Can't come up with it, but another offensive board for the Pelicans. CJ McCollum up top, guarded by Jimmy. Wants the screen from Trey. Gets the switch on Hav. He's going to go ahead.
Got it.
Quick crossover. Shoots.
And
this is where the Pels need to string together one more stop and one more big bucket.
Did they take a point away from Miami?
One stop and a big bucket. Force a timeout and extend this lead out big time. Get them on their heels.
Butler stuck in a double team. Swings it out.
Good double.
Going to go out of bounds.
There.
Herb
saying review it.
I couldn't see the ball from that end. I thought it was off of Butler, but I couldn't really say. But
oh no, that's Pell's ball. That's Pell's ball. Yeah, here comes the challenge.
Adebayo's gonna hit to the bench. Not challenge.
Not gonna challenge it.
Maybe
that didn't hit his leg.
I didn't think it did.
Yeah. Zion going to the rim. Can't get the finish though.
I think he was trying to avoid the charge. I think that's what happened. And he's just too far out.
Yeah. Yeah, Orlando did a really good job. If you're playing this Pelicans team, your goal is to watch the film that Orlando did on Zion. They guard him up high, and left the middle open. Oh, what a block by Zion! So last night, the Orlando Magic, they would guard Zion up high, and then force him to, drive past them.
McCollum, why did you
have someone slip underneath and get a charge? They had 3 straight charges in a row.
Jaquez for 3.
2 straight stops.
Got it.
But nothing from it. And now Jaquez. Yeah.
Splash.
On that last play where Trey goes up for the layup and it bounces off the side of the rim, if McCollum doesn't continue running to the edge of the baseline and just goes to the side of the paint, he could have hit him with a dime. He would have been wide open. He just kept running to the. It's like, just stay, turn around. Should
have cut inside.
Yeah, don't run to the baseline. I mean, to the 3-point line, because nobody went to guard
I think they do that. Well, I think they do that. It's definitely an awareness thing that he should know about. I think they keep it like that because they normally only have like 2 players be like cutters just to create space in the inside, and it's never CJ. It's always Herb is normally the cutting guy, or it's like Trey or Najee. Those are normally your cutters.
Oh yeah, I get that.
And the rest of them, they try to keep them spread out, and I think that's why. But situational awareness should have been.
That's an IQ play.
This whole side of the floor is open. Yeah, it's an IQ.
I think it's an IQ play. Like don't continue running when you see all the defenders run away from you. I'm turning around right there. Turn around, easy layup.
Yeah. Todd said Zion just needs to continue his dribble. Are you talking about like not take charges? Yeah, you're completely correct. Especially, and I'm assuming the coaches will identify that. It's like if they play you high and they leave all that gap, don't pick your dribble up so early. Even though you see that, that bright light of the basket, keep the dribble down and expect for the player to come inside to try and deflect you. Because what'll end up happening is when they leave that opening like that, and then they all come to collide in one spot to try and draw the charge, someone, whether it's right corner or left corner, is going to be wide open. And then you just an easy kick out 3. But I do like that time out there by the Pelicans. Jaka has only got, 3-point shots. First bucket they've made in I think 5 possessions. But it's that they haven't gone down and scored. So it's like, hey, let's slow things down. Let's come out with a good play. come out this timeout, get points back on the board, get the momentum back going. I'm always a big fan of a pre-impletive timeout.
Oh yeah. He said Jones got some long ass arms. You have a mic up section? Are you listening to mic up?
No, I was watching the last play. So Trey actually got pushed whenever he went to go shoot that layup. He got hip checked. They pushed him on his hip.
I thought I saw the way he fell. I thought something, because that was just too random. Because he was talking to the refs when
and I think the timeout. And I think the timeout that Willie had was to also kind of get on Trey and be like, look, I know you think it's a foul, but you got to get back on defense. That's the reason why Jaquez was wide open.
All right. Swing pass ends up in Butler's hand, guarded by Zion on the right baseline. He's going to drive. Zion putting up a good defensive front. Swing pass to Jaquez.
I love the defense by Zion the last several weeks, man.
Quick pass to Rozier.
It's been such a elevation in his game. Yeah. Rozier's nasty, man. Oh, Trey's got to do some dribbling drills, man. Oh, my goodness.
Nance with the rebound.
He almost made it, too. His long threes scare me so much because he has so much arc on his three-point shots. So, like, sometimes he shoots it, and it goes out of frame. So they're going to go ahead and draw the foul. Good work by Trey working inside. If Trey can continue to work on his dribble and get, even just a basic post-up move, just because he's so long, like similar to what BI's is, he could be so dangerous. That's what will take Trey from being a great complementary player to being a star in this league. Because his defense has gotten better, but it's elevating that offense and not being such a one-trick pony. It's either a cutting player to take a feed and dunk it, or to shoot an open three. Outside of that, he doesn't have much of a package.
Valanciunas and Alvarado return to the game. Zion and I don't know what was said down.
Was CJ?
Yeah, CJ.
CJ. Yeah, because Jose came in as well.
Rozier. It's gonna get the ball to
you trap
Butler's
him there.
hands.
You trap him there.
Is that Bryant? Okay. Thomas Bryant.
You let him shoot.
Thomas Bryant was the kid that was with.
You let him shoot that.
He was the kid that was with the Lakers that kind of started showing out. Then all of a sudden they just traded him. It's like, why'd you trade him? He looks so good. It's like Lakers got rid of so much talent.
Great ball movement.
Nice job.
Great ball movement. Todd said Greg Papa is always great with taking early timeouts. Yeah, for sure.
Butler I love to Rozier, I do too. The floater no good. Crazy rebound to Butler. I don't know if I call that a foul because they're both fighting over technically a loose ball.
I don't know.
That's a loose ball technically. So because it's loose ball, you can't call that foul.
And Herb had
he also had his hands on the ball. Butler, they both had their hands on the ball. That's a jump ball.
Right.
And Butler goes over the top of Jones. So if anything, it's an over back foul on Butler.
Trey walked to the sideline grimacing a little bit.
Butler gets the ball back.
Crowd trying to turn it up a little bit.
Back to Butler to Jaquez. Back to Jaquez. Jaquez for three, no good.
Yeah.
Rebound got by Najee Marshall. Nice first step by Marshall.
Oh, what a finish by Najee. Bro, street ball Najee, bro. I know Najee was tearing up the courts in whatever city he was from. My dude's a street
You can
baller.
you can
turf
see
runner.
it.
He reminds me of like how football
Yeah.
players play basketball. That's what he
They
reminds
got
me of.
a little. He's got a little bit of finesse, and it just looks different. This looks different.
Man, Brian knocking down
I'm telling you,
2 threes.
Brian, when he first came into the league, he should have did the way he did, man.
All right, good little reset. High screen set by JV. CJ trying to get the pick and roll going. Great defense. They're going to try and kick it out.
2
Najee
seconds.
gathers it. 3 seconds to shoot. Najee's going to get inside. Blocked.
A lot of
By Bryant.
contact too.
Great defensive play.
Martin,
He hasn't made one yet.
what is that kick he does? So weird.
Slow it down, Najee.
Nice
All right,
floater.
good finish. Ooh, it made me nervous.
Uh,
I was hoping he wasn't going to be super aggressive. He popped up.
Yeah, I
right
was
at the moment.
like, do he got hops? Because I was like, is he about to rise up?
Oh, what a
Nice finish.
bucket. Who was that?
Butler.
Jimmy?
Jimmy Butler.
Oh my goodness. And because that was, I mean, it was, we know that was good defense for JV. We know he's a little slow
Yeah.
underneath, so I knew it wasn't going to be able to get in front that. But he got his hand over it. It was the double movement trying to block after Jimmy readjusted midair. Just absolute phenomenal finish by Jimmy.
51 seconds left in the third quarter. Makes the free throw.
Butler.
73-64 is the current score. Can the Pelicans hold off? Alvarado to McCollum.
Yeah, Cullum dribble driving, looking around. Can't have nothing. Can't get inside the paint either. 5 seconds. Kick out. Najee, 2 seconds. Has to pull up. Short, but JV with the board. They're going to call push off on JV. Yeah. It was a push off.
I
It
honestly
was a
did not
push
see
off.
it, so yeah, I can't even comment to it. I was
It was
just
a
looking to see
push
who
off.
was going to get the
It was a
rebound.
push off.
I was looking at hands jumping up.
Yeah. I think JV should have took one more dribble and backed up and then put up with his little
Mhm.
high hook. I think that's what he should have done instead of kicked out. So they are in the bonus. So we are going to see free throws for Bryant.
Why they
I love how Jimmy tried to step in there.
And you see Trey was like, you know you're supposed to be shooting those. He was smiling.
Knocks the first one. Oh my God. My bag is tightening.
We're almost done. We're almost done.
I know. Probably take me a hot shower and stretch.
Makes both free throws.
Bryant knocks down the second. Great pressure by Miami. Playing full court with 17 seconds to go. McCollum. It's about a 2.5 second difference between game clock and shot clock. High screen by Jonas. CJ pulls up for 3. I like it.
Splash.
Right.
And that's just good vet awareness by CJ. The last 2 times that they ran that play, the defenders dropped back expecting CJ to drive in. And so he noticed that and then runs off the screen, decides to shoot the 3. As Highsmith is trying to get around the screen. Beautiful, beautiful work by CJ McCollum.
Big facts. Big facts.
All right, 1 quarter to go. Pels up by 10. How do things finish? Make sure y'all go ahead and vote in the polls. Let us know who you got winning this one. Also, don't be afraid to like the stream if you're enjoying the stream.
Yes,
Share it if
sir.
you feel like you want to share it. And always subscribe if you're new. I'm actually going to go and take a rest break.
Do what you got to do, player.
I'll be right back.
All right, so just an update on some of the previous games. Like we stated before, Boston defeated Detroit 129-102. OKC over Toronto 123-103. In the third quarter with 3 minutes left is Memphis and San Antonio 64-63. Memphis up by 1 point. Now we got the next game, Cleveland at Minnesota. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Minnesota up 72-66. That's a closer game than I thought it was going to be for that game. So, and then also we have later on after this game, we won't be doing it, but after this game, if you're watching or if you have NBA TV, Lakers at Portland, Indy at Golden State, and Philly at LA. Should be some good games. I would assume the Lakers kind of put in work on Philly, depending on if AD's back. I know he had a little injury situation with his guy hitting the eye or something like that. Should be interesting, man.
Excuse me.
And I hope the youth of Portland steps up to put some work in on the Clippers. That'd be a great game to watch, great one.
I hope so. Man, let the Pels become a half game out after losing the eye. It's like I just want us to climb the boundary, right? Because I mean, the big thing with this, the biggest fault right now that we're gonna have going into the playoffs is regaining leads late in the game.
Mm-hmm.
We have not won a game this year that we have been down in the fourth quarter, and that is not something that you can be when going to the playoffs, especially with the level of competition in the West. So, and like a lot of that has to do with like mental.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of it is mental. What would you call that?
It's just, I'm trying to think of what's the word. There's a word. I just don't know.
I keep wanting to say fertility, but it's not fertility, but it's something ility. Oh goodness. Words are hard, guys.
English is hard.
That's why we watch sports and aren't like, scientists.
I'd be a great scientist.
So Miami's going to continue with this full court press underneath the CJ. And they were able to take almost 10 seconds off before the Pels were able to get all the way up to their formation. And this is good because the Pels do have trouble getting into the paint, especially when Zion's not on the court early on in the shot clock. So being able to stop them and take, 6 to 10 seconds off the clock before them being able to get into their offensive formation is super important if you're the Miami Heat.
9 seconds to go after the inbound. And there you go. Valanciunas answered that.
Good shot, JV. People forget JV can shoot. Not great, but he can shoot.
Jaquez gets a double screen, drives to the paint, gets blocked, but ball gets tips out of bounds. It's going to be Pelicans ball. They're going to say it's off of Bryant.
Ball.
Which I do believe is the
I didn't think. I thought it was
off of Bryant. So to be honest,
you thought it was off Bryant. Okay, well I'll take it then. So we're gonna have Adebayo come in. So it's gonna be interesting to see how many more minutes JV plays and when Zion's gonna come in. I'm assuming they're gonna want to keep JV or Zion out until at least 8 minutes remaining. Little runner by CJ gets it. Largest lead of the night so far for the Pels at 14, 80-66. Bam with it, guarded by JV. Swinging the ball around to Sween. Kicks out. Jack Jaquez. I'll keep on calling him Jock.
I do too.
Big time air ball. Najee gets the slam at the other end. Is
it the shoes?
I think so. I do say it is. The shoes.
And I think they said it was a foul too. Is it a foul with a timeout? I think it was. No, it wasn't. They at first someone said foul. I didn't think it was.
I thought it was too. Okay. I thought I heard a whistle
so
when he
got
got
a timeout. Miami. Yeah, that was just the whistle for the timeout. Yo, way back in the building. What's good, my brother? Said good day, boys. Just popped in to say good day. So good day. How are you both? Nice bar, Zach. Wait, what bar did I say? Are you talking about like? I'm so confused. But what's good, man?
What's good, sir?
He's a hat. Okay. Hey, thank you, sir. That's the Pelicans hat, brother.
But we're doing good. Hope all's well with you, my brother.
Shout out, Skylar, because this hat actually got sold on eBay for $100.
Did it really?
That's how rare these hats are.
That's crazy.
So they were a giveaway at the stadium for they gave away one with our normal colors, the blue and the red. They did that twice last year, or once last year, once this year. And then this year they gave away this hat with the purple and the green for our voodoo jerseys, our skeleton jerseys. And they've only done that once so far. And then they sold a couple at the stadium for $20. But and they all sold out 30 minutes before tip.
That's crazy.
And people have resold them on eBay for close to $100. Skyla was able to secure the bag and get me a hat from one of her friends who went to the game that had an extra. So
good job,
Skyla, and thank you, Skyla's friend. I think his name is Zach too, by the way. So shout out Zach. Thank you for this.
Good job, girlfriend duties.
Yeah. But how you doing, Wayback? How's life been, my brother? Wayback, have you checked out the NRL video that we posted? The most recent post? I think it was like it was a little over a week ago. Oh, Evander Holyfield in the
Yeah,
building?
they were doing like a birthday shout out.
He looked like a security guard, bro.
The announcer birthday. So they did a birthday shout out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's what that was. Okay.
So just to look at the stats real quick. Just 4 points tonight for Zion. Really off night, but other guys have strived. Herb Jones with 10 points. JV with just 6, but perfect. 3 for 3 with 7 boards. CJ McCollum leading the scores for the Pels with 22. Trey Murphy is knocked down 4 out of his 9 3-pointers with 14 points. Larry Nance with 6, and Najee Marshall off the bench with 11, and Jose Alvarado with 9. I am surprised we're not seeing any Hawkins minutes. That is one thing that is a bit of a surprise to
especially
me.
with them being up by a decent cup.
And as far as Miami,
I'm saying especially them being up by a decent amount of points.
Well, leads are never secure in this league, and not until you get above 30.
Oh yeah, but I mean, he can get 3 minutes here, 3 minutes there, 3 minutes here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that. Wow, Butler almost knocks it down. Rebound by Herb. I love how deep we're getting Miami into the shot clock, and this just shows how good this defense is.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the fourth quarter in the NBA in 2024, and the Miami Heat have only 66 points.
Nice little floater by Alvarado. So yeah, I'm good here, mate. Autumn is starting to come on. Gotta love some good autumn. You know that the weather changes slightly. The foliage changes too. It's a good thing. Good thing. So no, I haven't watched the NRL video, but the AFL has started now. Ah, yes.
Okay, fire. How's your team doing so far, Wayback? Pels are a shot blocker away from being the best defense in the league.
They had a solid shot blocker, yeah.
Yeah.
But I do believe with Nance, Valanciunas, and Zion, they could be that if they just play their defense a little different. But they're still a good defense, though.
I think Zion can get to the point to where he can average around 2 blocks a game, or close to it. Especially because we're seeing that more often now that he's edging towards 100%, that he is being more active in shot blocking. Yeah. I think our biggest problem is that I'm a fan of JV and I'm a fan of Nance, but they're opposite ends of the spectrum, and we're missing that middle piece, and that's where our matchups get mixed up. Because JV plays a certain way, Nance plays a certain way. We don't have someone that's versatile in both. Great pass, kick out, Jose, short. My team Hawthorne got done last week, but we're a big chance today against Melbourne.
Jokic.
I hope they play well. When do they play? Later on tonight?
Who gets away with multiple steps. Kick out to right misses the shot, rebound, Pels.
Good work by JV and the Pelicans securing that board. 84-67. Did they get a point somewhere? Didn't they just have 66? CJ,
that's what I was saying earlier. Earlier, I had the score at 51, and then it was like 20 seconds later, I looked back, it went down to 50. So I'm like, I don't know, somebody did something. I don't know.
Yeah, somebody messed something up. Great inside work by Adebayo. See, this season, CJ McCollum, 3.3 made 3-point field goals, 7th in the NBA. He does shoot a lot of them, though.
As you say that, he shoots another.
Let's take another. Oh.
Jokic to right. Right to Highsmith. Highsmith for three.
Not Melbourne. It's pronounced
no good.
Melbourne. Oh, Melbourne. Okay. Thank you, Wade. I'm so bad at pronouncing things.
Oh,
what was the other one? Oh, Brisbane.
Brisbane.
I kept calling Brisbane. Melbourne. Thank you. That will help me with further. Great pass inside the JV. That'll help me with further embarrassment. So those that are coming from our Australian supporters, I know way back you're more of an AFL guy, but we are planning a podcast. We're hoping to be Wednesday. Wednesday for us at 9 p.m. U.S. Central Time, but it'll be Thursday at 1 p.m. Australian Central Time, with a guy known as BKR Sport. His name, I believe, is Blaze, someone that we've met through our comments and then have been checking in, joining his live streams. We plan on doing a podcast with him, hopefully this Wednesday. So keep a lookout for that. It should be a lot of fun. I'm excited. Dude, Blaze is cool people. Not I haven't even really told you. I joined his streams while I'm doing homework.
Yeah, I watched I watched two of them
and chat with them. Yeah, bro, his energy is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Real good personality. He's actually got some pull on with the Gold Coast Titans. Cool. He's really, really, really good people, and he puts on one of the better shows that I've ever seen on YouTube.
Yeah, I watched he did the last Penrith game. I watched that. I watched him do that, and I think the game 3 days prior to that, I watched him do that one. And he has a good set, a really good show, really good show.
Oh yeah, have you seen he was promoting that TBC Live thing? That thing is actually really cool. If you go to watch it again, go download the app, and it's basically it's betting, but it's free points. There's no money. It's anything like that. It's just a way to make games more interesting.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So you go in there, and while you're watching a game, you start off with a certain amount of points, and you can put up your own bet. Like say, the Panthers will complete their set over their next 3 sets.
Okay.
And you can bet whether or not they will or they won't. And then you accumulate points, and then there's a winner. And then I believe at the end of either each week or each month, they do some type of prize thing. And I don't know exactly what the prize is, but it's a really cool concept. It's actually really fun interaction. I wanted to talk to you about it because I would love to talk with the guy that I think the guy that created the app is buddies with him, and figure out what we all went into that, what his rights are for that, and see if we could collab somehow and do something similar with the NBA and NFL, because everything is copyright free. They just use the names, no logos, to get away from any copyright infringements and trademark issues. And it's just fun. It's fun interaction thing that you can do throughout the channel.
Interesting.
You'd be busy packing on Wednesday for a flight to Vancouver. Oh, okay. Damn, you come to our side of the water. Right? Coming for business or pleasure? Oh, good shot by Bam.
Good Adebayo, big 3. So interesting how he's finally got an actual 3-point shot.
Trying to find something. Great defense by Miami. Nothing's working. There's also no true play design. Oh, the smallest man on the court gets the offensive rebound, and Jose Alvarado get a fresh clock. 10 seconds, guarded by the big man. Let's see what Jose decides to do. He's going to step back into the 3, as he should. Jose Alvarado for 3, and now a 20-point lead. Jimmy, I'm gonna need a what did you say after the Pelicans game last time you said, "Oh, you can't wait to play us?" You sure about that, son? Cuz last game we were down a player. This game we're down a player and y'all are at full strength and it kind of looks like we're busting that ass.
I think they still on a break. I think they still on vacation.
Oh, let me also remind you that we're also playing back to back. So, we'll keep that in mind as well.
Wayback says pleasure. My daughter lives in Kelowna, BC, British Columbia. Oh, that's what's up. So where you guys at? I'm in Texas and Zach is in Louisiana. So we're further south, way further south.
Yeah, we're way south. Way south. But that's cool, man. I hope you enjoy your time over there. What's the weather like in Vancouver right now? It's probably getting beautiful right now.
Maybe.
Probably still a little chilly, but like not too bad. Probably like 60, something like that, maybe. CJ driving
nice
inside floater. Got it. Fred Vincent deserves a... Oh, Fred, thank you, Todd. Fred Vincent is the guy that I was telling you about. That's our shooting coach.
Oh, okay. Jokic. Rebound Butler to Rozier for three.
How the heck?
A crazy bounce.
First off, how did Butler pass that ball like that so quickly?
Volleyball pass.
Like, when he barely
straight volleyball pass.
That was nice, man. I can't even be a hater on any of that. That was nice.
McCollum.
Shoot.
Swing pass to Najee. Najee with the floater over Jokic is good. 96-75. Adebayo's going to bring it down. Guarded by Valanciunas. Step back. And it gets the foul call by throwing his shoulder into Valanciunas. Spring is springing, but still snow on the pointy bits on the mountains. Yeah, the weather's kind of been back and forth. Like last week, it's been cold most of the time. Then we had 2 days where it was really beautiful, not a cloud in the sky, and it was in the 80s. Felt great. Then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we had a thunderstorm here in Texas that lasted for so long. It was no rain for like 2 hours. It was just thunder and lightning for like 2 hours. And then the rain just came down. Wow. And then it rained for 40 minutes and stopped, and then started raining again the rest of the
night. Just for y'all to understand, like the way me and Nan live, like our separation, Nan gets all the weather about between 12 to 18 hours before I do. So when Nan's like, man, it's bad weather, I'm like, shit, let me prepare. Because we it was the same thing. And then the last couple of days have been beautiful, man. It's been like mid-60s.
Yeah, it's been pretty good.
Oh man, I've just been wanting to be outside. I'm supposed to go play golf, not this week, but next week. And I hope the weather can
great three by McCollum. Yeah, today I was out and it said it was 67, but it felt like it was in the 70s because it felt warm, like actual warm.
Yeah, because it's not breezy.
Yeah,
it hasn't been windy. It's just been cool.
But been really, really pretty outside.
Rozier can't make the three.
4:27.
This game's just about over. You know what? Hey, look, Miami, take your stars out. Bring in the fifth string. You bums. Where's Mozzie? So I can talk shit. Where's Mozzie? I'm about to text him.
Say I love autumn here. There's a bit of everything. Yeah, I like fall weather. I'm a fall autumn type guy because I like when to see the leaves change colors and like when the leaves start to fall. That's like my favorite time of the year. And what's crazy is because I lived in California, which we get different weathers, but it's not extremes. So sometimes you don't notice it. But when I was in college is when I first understood what autumn really was. Because on our campus we have over 100 different variations of trees from all around the world. I forgot what you call it, but our campus is it's a tree sanctuary, our campus. So they purposely have grown trees from around the world, like a preserve, kind of.
Oh, it's basically like to preserve
Yeah.
seeds and stuff like
Yeah.
that in case anything
So that's what
happens.
so our campus that's where our
That's cool.
campus is. But I remember walking from my dorm room to a class, and I walked through all these different trees, and it was like it looked like a movie. It looked like a movie. I hit the corner, and
Yeah, it's all the
all
different
the
colors
colors
and
were
everything.
there, and it was like piles of leaves all over the place. And I was like, so this is what autumn is. This is what fall and autumn really is. I never really
Yeah.
noticed it. That's the first time I like really truly saw it. I was like, oh, I love this. This is my
Yeah.
favorite.
Todd said my favorite place for autumn was Oregon.
Oh,
Really? See, I had a
Oregon's
client
beautiful.
that's from
Yeah.
Ohio, and he used to go to Ohio. He's a doctor. He used to go to Ohio every fall for vacation, and he would just bring back pictures and stuff like that. And it was like just some of the most beautiful, like you know how the people, the young kids be like, oh, it's a vibe.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, it was a vibe. Like the
Yeah.
picture was a vibe. It was like it was something I couldn't really explain other than like I could just be there and just sit in the middle of the road and just look up and just and be content with life, because it was just so pretty. It was so pretty.
It's funny because
New Orleans and Louisiana, I definitely am more of a fall person because one, I like Halloween.
Yeah.
But it's because you go from like that extreme heat to it finally cools off. So you're like, oh, I can go outside and not be dying anymore.
Yeah.
Now I like spring because spring means crawfish and Mardi Gras. But great catch and shoot by Jose. Jose
big
is
one.
not missing tonight.
102.76. This game is all but over. 3:25 to go. Yeah, I think we have
by 30, man. Let's win by 30.
The third string in, but Jokic is still in, and he's killing. He's still getting shot up. Jovic, sorry. But yeah, man. I mean, I'm trying to think. I was in. I think I told you about
here comes our backup. Here comes Trey. Here comes Matt Ryan.
I think I told you about being in.
I've never been to Oregon. Have you? I'm sorry, no.
You said what? Say it again.
I was saying, my bad. I cut you off. I was saying, have you been to Oregon?
I have not been to Oregon, but my old boss from Fresno State, he's from Oregon. So I've seen videos and pictures of Oregon, how beautiful it is. I've been to Seattle, Washington, which they have the weather is very similar during the autumn. And coming up, we drive the back way going to the University of Washington. And the back way goes over the water, and you see all these boats in the background of the campus in the foreground. The street is lined with these beautiful trees, and all the leaves are falling. I was like, I understand why people come here. This is why you come to this school, because the environment is amazing. The environment was just bomb. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful place. I was like, if I would know this was this like, I would have went here.
I would have went here. That's fair. Yeah, my Sterling. So the Sterling is basically my brother.
Yeah,
brother from another mother. But Sterling just got back from. He was at North Carolina and then in Virginia for work. He was driving back here yesterday and then just got a job in Montana. And I was like, dude, I said, you were going to Montana during like the best time. It's gonna be so pretty. Like Montana is definitely a place I would love to go and like visit for like. Just like 3 days, and I wouldn't want to go and explore. I would just want to have a nice place out in the mountains somewhere, like a cabin, around just nature. No stores, no nothing, and just be out there. It's like I feel like that'd be amazing.
Another place that's really pretty is Utah, man. Utah in the spring and the summer. Oh,
I love Utah.
I've been to Utah a couple times.
I've never been during the spring or summer. I've been during the winter. And even during the winter, it's. I mean, now don't get me wrong. You don't want to be out. Past 6 p.m. But like, especially if you're in the Salt Lake region, it's where we're at because you're covered by mountains. It's a bowl, so the sun goes down early. But during the day, oh my God, it's beautiful. Like it's so weird because you also don't get a whole lot of wind unless it's like just a bad storm, because of that bowl. So a lot of the times, like it's cold. Like it might be 20 degrees outside. But you're cool just wearing a long sleeve t-shirt and some jeans.
Yeah, I went
and just.
I was there in the early part of the college football season, and it was cold, but it wasn't like snowing yet. It was just cold. You know what I'm saying? But it's beautiful though. Mm-hmm. Utah was beautiful. Like we were driving around,
I
and
see Hawkins knock down a couple of buckets.
we were driving around. I was like, I see why people would move here. I see why.
Yeah. That's the one place in the world that I've always said that if I were to live somewhere else for a year, I always want to stay in New Orleans. I love New Orleans, like regardless of what the negative things are about it. I just love it. But if I were to ever move somewhere for a year or two or something like that, it'd be
Right,
Utah.
with the high traffic glass.
Full 4 seasons. So many outdoor activities, whether it's mountain climbing, whether it's going out on the boat, on the water, whether it's skiing, snowboarding, snowmobile riding. There's just so much stuff you can do.
Well, that's the one thing that actually, if Texas heat wasn't so bad, it'd be a great place for, because you got Colorado right there with the great weather, and even the northern side of Texas now snows because of the weather change. So you can always find snow now. You don't have to go into Oklahoma or Denver to find snow. It's there now. But it's got some good weather.
Yeah. Shoot that, Hawkin. Come on, Hawk. Sorry about people. Wayback said, "Come to Melbourne, mate. You can stay at mine, and I'll take you to an NFL and NRL game. Promise I'm not a serial killer." Wayback, look, I'm telling you, that is gonna be a goal. And at first I always used to say like that's a big goal that I don't know if it'll ever happen. The way and the sport that we've gotten and stuff like that, I think this is a realistic goal within the next 4 to 5 years, something like that. It might take some time, but I think it's a realistic thing that we'll be able to do. And I would absolutely love that. I would love to go, whether it's during like just a regular matchup. Like there's a bunch of things. Like, I'd love to go to a State of Origin game, love to go to a AFL game, love to check out Bathurst. It would be a trip that we do like multiple times if that ever becomes financially possible, man.
Nice deal.
It would be so fun.
Oh, Hawkins.
Allie? Oh, come on, Hawk.
39 seconds to go. Swider.
Missed that.
Hits the 3.
Nah.
32 seconds to go. Let's see. It says Oregon is amazing. We used to stay in Salem, about 50 miles west of Portland. Yeah. I mean, I've never heard a negative thing about living in Oregon. Even like when I used to stream on Twitch, one of the guys that used to come to my channel, he's from Oregon. And he's like, I'll never move from here. It's too beautiful. He said, even the thunderstorms, he's like, I'll never move. Billings, Montana is a must go. I've definitely heard a lot of good things about Billings, Montana.
Let me see what city he's going to.
So much to see, so much to do, so little time. Man, real talk. The clock is winding down.
If only we could live 2 lifetimes. One lifetime to work and the second one to enjoy.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Big facts. And so we just hit the end of the fourth quarter where the Pelicans make an easy work of the Miami Heat, 111-88. They rested the entire team for the last 3 games for nothing. They rested them for this game and end up losing.
Suckers. 66 points halfway through the fourth quarter.
Which is crazy.
Bums. First win versus the Heat since March 6, 2020. Breaks a 7-game losing streak. Wow,
and this is
crazy.
Such a dominant win to break that losing streak. Such a dominant win.
And it's a great win to see tonight, especially because, like last night, Zion was having trouble getting going, and he kept trying to force it, resulting in some bad basketball. Today, they did a good job at stopping Zion, but other guys showed up, other than the first quarter, the movement of the ball to different players, the ball not touching the ground, going through 3 or 4 different hands each time they go down the court, leading to open buckets and making those is what winning basketball is all about. This is a good showcase of what New Orleans Pelicans basketball has been this year.
Yes.
This is what it's been. Good passing, other guys getting going, attributions off the bench, great solid defense all over the court. It's unbelievable, man. It like I said, it's very rare. It's been a long time as a Pelicans or a New Orleans basketball fan that you've been able to be excited about what's to come. Even the year whenever we went and fought Phoenix in the playoffs after coming out of the play-in was fun, but it was fun because we hadn't been there in a while. And after all the controversy with AD, this is fun. This is fun from game 1 of the season to wherever we end up in playoffs. Now just a game back from the Clippers and a full 2-game gap from Dallas with I think 13 games remaining or 12
so,
games
13,
remaining.
12. And I think, I mean, with a very strong assertive win like this, it helps push the momentum for them to keep playing this team game. And I understand what we talked about it with the people want Zion to be this powerful force, which one day he will be. But right now, he didn't have a great game, but he still got other people started in their games, succeeded for them to get the W. So that's all that matters right now. So, but yeah.
Winning basketball, man. There's such a big difference. If you have a dominant force that can win you games just by being them, that's awesome. Not saying Zion can't be that at some point, but he's still young. Yeah. This is really the only second full season that he's played in his career.
Very, very true.
You know, he's still young and he's developing. He's becoming the best version of himself in front of our eyes. This is so fun to watch. And him not to be angry about how bad he's played. Because when he was out there, he knew he wasn't going offensively. What did we see? We see him lock up Jimmy Butler. We seen him lock up Bam Adebayo. We seen him force players to take bad shots because of his defense. We saw him hustling up and down the court. We saw him being the decoy. That's what we need. That's what star players do outside of just getting buckets, is allowing other people to be successful. It's phenomenal. Wayback says, so much to see you. He said, good to see you guys. I'll check in from Canada at some stage. Boy, hey, well, enjoy your time, Canada. If you can come stop by, great. If not, enjoy time with your family, man. I hope you'll have a lot of fun enjoying the weather, the scenery, and all that good stuff, man. Much love to you, my brother.
And yes, Todd, great team win.
And he said 7 out of 5 or 7 and 5 for 50. So we got to go 7 for 5.
What up, Slim?
We can do it, man. What up? Hey, yo. You can have whatever you like. Sorry, I gotta be Hoodie, man. I haven't got to talk to Hoodie in a minute. I've seen him being more active on Twitter recently. I miss Hoodie. I need to text him soon and see about getting together. But how you doing, Slim? How you doing, my brother? How's your weekend? You got your wine out or what? Or are we just chilling this weekend? Say that's how you shut Jimmy Butler up. Exactly, Slim. That's exactly how you do
very
it.
True.
Slim, was Nola Bros live tonight? I didn't get to I hadn't looked through the channels. If they were, how'd their stream go? I know they just getting back. I know they had a month break or something like that because they had some stuff going on, and they just popping back off again. Facts. Jimmy not doing any talking now. Facts. Keep your mouth shut.
He should have said
Jimmy.
in the first place. He talking like they that much better.
Exactly.
Like, no, you're not.
Slim say, you know me, Zach. Wine, man. What kind of wine you sipping on, Slim? I got a wine recommendation for you, my brother. Hold on, let me find the exact name. You got to try it, bro. It's been on sale recently. I don't know if it's because they just made their last batch, and so it's just until they run out. But I'm telling you, it's one of the best red wines I've had in a while. I've gotten it every time I see it at the store. I've been getting it. Let me see what it's called. It's by Decoy. I'm trying to remember. It's Decoy and it has a blue label. I'm trying to figure out what it was. Oh, did I not save the chat? Oh, I called them on the phone, so I don't have it texted to me. Dang it. Oh. I can finally take this off and stop losing my headset. I think I have the cork still. I don't know if the cork tells me. I don't know. It's a Decoy and it has a blue label on it. It's blue label and it has gold writing on it. It's really good. Ugh. All right, let me close this out. There's too many noises going on in my head right now. Too many noises. No Nola Bros tonight. Till was on last night. Oh, okay. I got you. Let's see. Said he was on Hush. He had to have been. The one thing I'll give Jimmy though, Jimmy is one that'll talk a big game and talk his shit, but don't get butthurt whenever somebody steps up and shuts his mouth down. He's real as can be. That's why. Yeah. I'm a big Jimmy Butler fan. just not when he touched it to the Pels.
I like Jimmy. I've always liked Jimmy.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Appreciate you all for tuning in.
Yes.
So I know as of right now, the plan is, like we said, is to have a stream on Wednesday night, this Wednesday coming up, be around 9 p.m. US Central Time, with a NRL, and he also covers multiple sports. Apparently he covers some NFL. He's covered some NBA in the past as well. He does a wide variety of different things. His name is BKR Sports, aka Blaze. Real cool dude. He's someone that we're super excited to work with, and hopefully build a relationship in the future. So make sure, even if y'all aren't interested in the NRL stuff, just come and say
come and check it out.
Use their personality. We're gonna do we're gonna do how we always do in the podcast.
Yeah.
We're gonna really just talk our mess, have some fun. Bring up some certain things we want to speak about, but really we're just going to try and have a good time. That's the biggest change that Non is like, we have got to do on our podcast. Zach, stop being so damn statistical oriented. Let's just have some fun. So that's what we're going to do this Wednesday. I'm sure we'll also have some live streams for our NBA game coming up. We just got to look at our schedule and figure out what's going on and what day. So make sure y'all have those post notifications turned on when y'all have, I mean, like we said, I mean, we got some big things coming. We're working on some different things with Carlos from Uneducated Sports Talk, a good friend of ours, also a phenomenal content creator, as well as Dolph17, aka Dolph Jackson, and Coach Rock, some of the best in the business, working on creating our own sports network called the Come On In Sports Network. And we got a lot of plans coming with that, including some live events that will take place in June, but we'll have some more details with that and how y'all can support it and help fundraise to help out with what we got going. It's a event that Coach Rock has hosted over, I think, the last 6 or 7 years to help children in areas of how would I pronounce it? How would I?
I mean, it's a sports oriented Situation Foundation, helps build up confidence in players, teach them how to play the game the correct way, and just builds a good foundation for the next generation of athletes. So,
and not just that, but teaching them how to become men in this world. That's also a big factor of it, how to become men in this world today. So we'll have a lot more news coming out with that. We can't wait to get all that going. Y'all hear a lot from us in the upcoming weeks. We got a couple meetings set up, and that's kind of the reason why we haven't been live as often. It's not that we haven't wanted to be here. It's just we've been trying to handle some business, especially as we know the playoffs are not that far away. We're really only a month and some change off.
But just know,
we ain't too far from the
if
playoffs.
we're not live, we will always have videos dropping. So expect that we will have videos dropping next week for sure. At the minimum, we'll have at least 3 videos dropping. If we feel a little hyper, we might have 4 or 5, but expect 3 at least. But we'll always have content, so please check it out.
And the last thing before we go, and it is, oh wait, I can post it. Last thing before we go, if there's ever a video that you would like us to react to or check out, it could be highlights of a certain player, it could be a rules to a different sport that we might not ever heard of. It could be game highlights, and it could be game highlights of multiple different sports. It could be the NBA as well. Non has done a couple of NBA reaction videos to some games that have taken place. Y'all can go ahead and click this link. This is our new request form. This form is an easy way for us to get the videos that y'all want us to react to done. So you can click that, fill out the information. You don't have to plug in anything. All it does is send us a link to the videos you want us to see, and that way we can cover them. We'll be doing some recording on Sunday, so if y'all have any ideas, go and send those there, because that's where we're going to go to first before we even hop on the computer, is check out that.
And also know, if you are a member, your video request gets jumped to the front of the line. So if you're a member, your request gets jumped to the front of the line. See, Slim says y'all are better than the national media. Man, we're trying to be. We I know we talk our mess, and but we're trying to be. But thank you for that. Thank you for that positivity. Great stream as always. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, Todd. Appreciate you, man, coming in with some good interaction, good conversation. It always makes the streams go by a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? So thank you so much for that. We appreciate each and every one of you guys.
Oh yeah.
So anything else for you, Zach?
Right, man. Well, that's going to wrap us up.
Yes, sir.
No, that's it for me, man. So make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe. We closed the poll out. Let's see, 58% voted for Pels, 16% for the Heat. Yeah, screw them guys. Don't care if I'm here at 6% and round 2 fight at 8%. Appreciate all the participation. We'll catch you on the next one, guys. And if you're a Pels fan, Flock the F up, and let's get ready for that postseason. We'll catch y'all on
Peace,
the next
love.
one.
I'm
Zach.
Nonpfixion. We're Real Fan Sports, and we appreciate you. Love you. We are out. See you on the next one, you guys. Peace out.
Cheers.